this is a mad story, but I ended up singing at Diddy's office because he was potentially looking at signing as well.
Whoa!
And in that room is Cassie. I'm definitely going to chirp her right now.
Right.
Yeah. They were scamming elderly people, again, which I wasn't aware of. And it's like, okay.
And you're there with Drake and he goes, you can do it for $5,000.
Now, Lil Wayne's in the studio and he's just like this.
So you end up in Bad Boy?
I was very happy to work with Flo Rida. Like, Flo Rida's a G.
Who was your judge?
Nicole Scherzinger. FBI came to link me in America. Then we got the offer to go on X Factor. Vybz Kartel verse came before that.
Okay.
Rick Ross was on the first album. So Rick Ross.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think it was like 60K or something.
Okay,
like that.
60K.
To be honest with you,
estimate.
And I'm gonna be honest.
I was sitting there like, okay, any minute now, my thing. How much for videos?
Coming to my room video was 60 bags. What's going on? It's your boy Nathan and I'm on the Shizzio show. Make sure you tune in because, you know, we're getting down to the real nitty gritty, you get me? Let's go.
Shizzio bringing it back with the noise. Hoi oi, hoi oi, special MC, I'm back with the joy. Hoi oi, hoi oi, Shizzio bringing it back with the noise. And you bring me love, and you bring me joy. Hoi oi.
Yeah, can we do this? No apologies, think I'm gonna be a nuisance. Way back then was a dead up. Okay, we are back, another episode. Big thank you to everyone as per usual. Enough of you are just watching for free. Don't even want to pay man back by pressing the subscribe button, brother. It's free, you know. You can just do that and help me help you. I'm going to keep saying it. It's a scorching episode today. It's like 32 degrees, Sahara weather. The door is open. Big shout out to our guest who I actually thought may just cancel because it's that hot. But the brother is here on time.
Yeah, obviously.
Listen, legend in the building. I say it every week, bro, but I mean it, man. Real legend, Nathan.
I appreciate you, my bro.
First
man can't cancel. I was never gonna. Come on, man.
Thank you so much.
Come on,
it's
we made it.
Baking out there, bro.
It's hot though.
Bro,
we love to see it.
If it was this hot all year round, wouldn't London just be the littest place ever?
It would. It definitely would. I was so funny. I was having the same conversation today. Like, so obviously I'm of Jamaican heritage. I used to live in Jamaica when I was younger. It just changes the mood. It changes the mood. So I don't even know what it would be if London and England was always like this. I don't know if, because you know, obviously when it's hot, sometimes it just goes mad. People just do a madness.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it would balance out and level out.
It would be so lit,
in a local way. Still, it'd be good.
They need to do that cloud thing they're doing, bro. and bring.
Who knows that they ain't doing
Bring
it.
over here. Before I really get into it, right? I want to bring up one point is you're Nathan, but you're Starboy Nathan. This is way before the weekend, way before anything. I'ma say it. Do you get what I'm saying? I never heard that word before in my life, but it's Starboy Nathan. Are you Starboy Nathan? Where does Starboy come from? I've gone a bit off tangent.
No, you haven't gone off tangent. I'm glad. That's good. That's a good place to start. So Starboy, you're right. It's true. I did it a very long time ago. I'd probably say 2007, 2008. Do you know the way it started? Yeah, it was. I used to go to Global Sports, which is a shop in Shepherd's Bush. Right. Yeah, and big up Marcel, Rockable, and that. And we used to go there. I used to get Swarovski crystal. Shout out to Mena as well. She used to do like the Swarovski crystals on the Diamante hats, like on the new eras, and then. I'm an Arsenal supporter, so I would get like the big Arsenal badge with Swarovski crystals on it, and it was mad. Yeah. So I was doing that maybe 2006, 2007, and then the man them would come with me, like so my boys who are obviously in music as well, and we would all get different versions. You know what I'm saying? So like my boy Judge used to play for Chelsea, so he would have the Chelsea one. Right. Like my boy Miles would have a different one. My boy Wonder would have a different one. And like for me, it was just like that's like a Starboy thing. I just thought that's where it came. That's where the idea come to me from, and I wanted it to be like the clique that we were. Right. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is it never really took shape like that. I wanted it to, but it never really took shape like that.
But the word you came up with then,
yeah.
Would you say that's your word? Because I'd never heard it.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Do you get me?
There's you if you go on the internet, you can find me shouting out Starboy from 2007.
So you say
Like-
there's certain man that owe you royalties
Nah.
in Canada?
No.
Are we calling that?
No. And the
Do you
reason
get
why
what I'm saying?
the reason why I would never say that as well is because Drake said a thing and I always remember it. I'm definitely gonna need. I'm gonna need my flannel. I
Yeah.
got my flannel in the car. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go get my
we're
flannel.
sorted.
But Drake said a thing. He said it's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. Now I did the Starboy thing and I did it first. I ain't gonna lie, but I didn't do it in the way that it was supposed to be done. So I ain't got no grudge against nobody. And also, for instance, like I remember when I was like 14, one of the names that I wanted to call myself was Whiz Kid. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, so
wow.
How I look at ideas is that they are your it's like a big library in it that you have to connect to.
Yeah.
And if you don't connect to that library, somebody else will. So an idea it doesn't belong to you, innit? So and it's happened to me bare times. It's happened to me enough times. So I don't really look at it like, oh, that's mine or
Does
whatever.
it make
like
you feel a certain way deep down? Like,
No.
man's like that raw, I did that 10 years ago. Man still got a song about Starboy.
No, it doesn't make me feel like that. It just
Okay.
made me feel like I should have executed it better.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? If I executed it the way I thought about it,
Yeah.
then this wouldn't be a conversation.
Yeah, because
people would have known.
I remember your name actually. That I was calling you Starboy Nathan. Like, that's Starboy Nathan. It wasn't even...
and that happened in like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
So that was after I'd released the first album, after I had kind of had the Starboy thing that I was doing. And then we were spending some time in America. I was working with Swizz Beatz. I was working with a different...
All right, mate, ease off the name dropping.
Let me pick up off the floor. I'll pick up the name off the floor.
Yeah.
But I was working with people out there, and one of the things that the management team in America and the label and that were kind of saying, they was like, they came back to this thing. From the very first time I signed a record deal, they were like, so is it just Nathan? And I was like, yes, it's just Nathan. Yes, like, I just wanted to just be Nathan.
Right.
And the first time I signed a record deal over here, they basically tried to say the same thing. Is like, are you doing any more? Like, is it
wanted
more
that
than that?
Starboy.
Is
They
it
want-
more? And I was like, no, it's Nathan. So when the conversation came up a few years later again in America, I was like, all right, cool, just Starboy Nathan, innit?
Yeah.
I know my manager, he didn't like it at the time.
Okay.
It was just, but it was like something
I
different.
mean, I can see it could make sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
and
gives you more pizzazz, I guess.
And it was only because, as I said, I had already acclimatized to the idea. I was rocking with it from time.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let me just make that the name.
I hear that.
But it was always an aspect of me rather than it being my whole thing.
Right.
So in that way, that's why it's only natural for me now when I'm releasing music and when I would go back to just Nathan, innit? Because that was always who I am, what I want to be.
Yeah.
That's just an aspect.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say it. The man invented the word Starboy, innit?
Big up your
He
chest.
said it.
Yeah,
Listen,
well, the truth is the truth.
The truth is
the
the
truth
truth.
is the truth. If you want, go check it. It's on the YouTube. You can check it. It's like you can, yeah.
It's gonna get hot. Do you want to get the towel now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me go get this little flannel
We're gonna
from
come
the car.
back because it's baking in here. So
It is baking.
Love and respect.
And look, I'm sweating. You
No, I
see,
hear that, I
you're
hear
good,
that.
but I'll be back in a sec.
All right, we're back. Sorry, it's so hot in here. We need a break. You got your.
Yeah.
all right, cool.
I'm a man that sweats profusely
so
at the best of times.
So we talk about Starboy and how you invented it. Is there anything you want to add to that, or should we move on? 'Cause
the funny thing, the thing about the Starboy thing is that, so I did it probably, I don't know, 05, 06, 07, them type of times.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then after that, so it is a mad full circle moment because Vybz Kartel did a remix of Come Into My Room.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
20 years ago. Then Movado did a song called Come Into My Room. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a song, Come Into My Room. He did that too.
Right.
Then, after that, he did a song called Starboy. Then, after that, then I think then Wizkid, then The Weeknd. So the lineage is there, bro. Like the lineage
Have any
is
of these
there.
people actually named you and checked you and said like, this guy's inspired us or it's come from them?
I wouldn't. I
No?
don't. Because and the thing is though, I don't know if it necessarily did come from
Yeah,
that. I don't want to act like to say,
I
did it.
hear that.
Man, them saw me and
It
bit
must be a bit annoying though, innit? It'd be nice if, because there's no one that's done it and now it's coming out, it would lean that way, but I can understand it could just be a coincidence.
Yeah, it is though.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that mentality towards it because I know how it is with these ideas, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's been times where I've made a song multiple times where I've made a song and I haven't released it yet, and then somebody comes with a similar song, similar idea, and it's like, oh,
The great minds think alike.
that's what it is, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's the moral of the story, and that's how I look at it. I don't look at it like, man, sometimes people do bite other people, but I just look at it as if you're constantly thinking of ideas that you think are wavy, there's definitely going to be another one of the 8 billion people in the world that have had that same thought and thought, yeah, this would be wavy, you know. And then they might just execute it before you do. You might execute it before you look, or you might do it at the same time, and they just become more popular. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's how I look at it. I don't really mind.
So there's no lawsuit pending then?
Nah.
We've gone somewhere else. We usually start as like born and bred, and we're just born and bred.
We could do that.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's do that, brother. If you need more drink, you good?
Yes, please. Let me get a little water, please, car. Yo,
Yeah, go on.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Right. So what you want to know? Born
and bred, sir.
Born and bred. All right. Yeah. Born, obviously, London, Croydon.
Right.
Mayday Hospital.
Yeah.
Or as Mayday, as some people call it.
Right.
Anyway, Croydon.
Yeah.
First 2 years of my life lived in England with my mum. Then moved to Jamaica with my nan.
When you was 2?
Yeah, when I was 2.
Okay.
So my first memories that I have are in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, so with my grandma. And then I lived there for a few years.
So why the move, sir?
My mum's a musician.
Okay.
Yeah, my mum's a reggae singer. Her name's Lorna G.
Okay.
So she did music. So at that time she was touring all over the world, touring with Shabba Ranks, Shaggy, Maxi Priest.
Okay.
She was doing all of that. Like she was on the circuit. Like,
amazing.
Proper. So she was doing it predominantly as well in America. So she was in America, New York, doing all of that. She's actually got a play about her life story as well. Which I'm gonna tell you.
You might have to holler at mum.
No. Very much so.
Yeah.
Because she's a legend in her own
come
right.
on, yeah, love to. Like,
yeah. So my first memories of me living in Jamaica with my grandma.
Yeah.
After that, moved to America to be with my mum. So that's when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay, so hold on. You're 2 years old. Have you got brothers and sisters?
I do, but I don't know them.
Okay.
And not from my mum. I'm an only child from my mum.
Okay. Is your father around when you move?
Well, he was in England.
Right. You have a relationship with your father?
Yeah, I mean, as in like, you can't have much of a relationship.
So they weren't together, I'm saying?
No. Oh yeah. No, okay. They was never together though.
Okay, cool.
They was never together.
So you moved to Jamaica when you're 2?
Yes.
But not with mum?
No, just with
mum goes
with my
on
nan.
tour?
Yes.
Okay, how long are you with nan for then in Jamaica?
2 years, 2.5 years.
Okay, so what, as in school out there and stuff?
Yeah. Started school, started nursery, all of that stuff out there. I remember like walking through the fields as a young youth, going to the little nursery school, all of that stuff. I remember, those are my first memories.
Where in Jamaica?
So a place called St. Catherine, which is, that's the parish. Spanish town's in St. Catherine. Can
you just break that down for people? What does that look
near
like?
Kingston.
What does that look like? Okay, is it rough? What is it?
I was a baby, so it wasn't like I wasn't on the roads and that. It was humble beginnings. It was definitely humble beginnings. Yeah. I lived in a place called Green Acres, and my family house is still there. My nan's house is still there, even though she passed away. And my auntie lives there. My cousins live there.
Okay,
like, do you know what I'm saying? So I feel an affinity. If anything, that's where I consider home. Yeah. Like in terms of that house, like that area. So yeah.
Okay. Stayed there till about 4, you say?
Yeah, about 4 or 5, and then I moved to America.
Are you seeing your mum in that 2-year gap?
She would come over, but she was doing a lot of work.
Okay.
So yeah, and I think I went there as well, but I was predominantly in Jamaica.
Are you kind of too young to realise your mum's not there, or how was Jamaica?
Yeah, I mean, I think what. That's a great question, you know.
Yeah.
You're good at this, isn't it?
I'm full of them.
Oh, you're good at this. Because I think for them times my nan was like my mum.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. So I just looked at it like that but obviously what I would know as well is that my mum was doing music, so we would listen to my mum's music and all of that stuff. So it was like, yeah, I'm going to see my mum soon.
Sure.
And then that's what happened.
And then at 4 years old, you then go to America?
Yeah. Between 4 and 5.
Right.
I think I was like 4. Yeah. So
and your mum's where in America, sorry?
New York.
Right.
Yeah.
And she says, she's like settled there now?
Yes. So she's like, yeah, no. I want my son to come, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. You moved to New York?
Yes.
Where in New York?
So originally we
planes flying over, they're just gonna, go on.
Peak.
No, it's all right.
Should we close the door?
No, it's too up.
You sure?
No, it's too up.
All right, cool.
Ambience.
It's peak, but yeah. Because, so you said move to New York. Originally we was in Brooklyn.
Right.
Then we moved to Staten Island,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
another one of the. Is it like a
Boroughs.
five borough? Is it
The
yeah,
boroughs,
yeah,
yeah,
it's a five borough.
boroughs.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the boroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was in Staten Island.
Okay.
That's where I went. So that's where I went to, you know, obviously primary school. It's not called primary school, but I went to primary school.
Yeah.
Over there.
Okay, break down America for us in that area, in that kind of period. What's this, the 80s, 90s?
This was 90s. This was like 94.
Right.
93, 94, 95.
Yeah.
Them type of times. It was great.
Yeah.
I really loved that. It was I learned a lot of important lessons going to school in America.
Such as?
The American dream is you can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. And that was really prevalent when I was growing up.
Right.
And I believed it.
Yeah.
I believed it. So that's something that I took with me through life.
I've spent some time in America, and I find their mindset on positivity and achievement is a lot better than here.
Million
People
percent.
frown upon things here.
Million percent.
There's a hate, there's a bad mindset here. I
Yes.
can't explain it, man.
It's a
But
fact.
when you're in America, it's like, I don't know what it is. There's an upliftment.
Yeah, it's a difference in mindset. I've studied it a lot in terms of the difference between English people and American people,
Yeah.
and the flaws of both and so on and so forth. But definitely, it's changing now.
Yeah.
But our default mentality as like the English society is more to think about the drawbacks,
Yeah.
the potential failures.
Glass half empty.
Yeah, 100% glass half empty, and I think it's the complete opposite in America. They think about what you can do. Yeah, well, you can do it. Are you gonna do it? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that kind of lends itself to even networking in America, right? And that's like there's a stark contrast between networking in America and networking over here. If I meet you in America, it's under the guise that we're definitely gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
Like we can definitely make something happen. Yeah, give me an up. Like, let's go. All right, what do you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I do this. We're gonna connect. Whereas over here it's like, yeah, we're gonna connect, but he's chatting rubbish. He's not gonna be able to deliver, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna see him again. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a very stark contrast.
I completely agree with you, but from me being out there, I found my accent was, I don't know if it was my accent, but they magnetized to my accent, and I'm that guy from over there. So I don't know if that helped that
It
process,
does.
or whether it's just a natural process.
It's still natural
Okay,
though.
there you go.
So they're still on that anyway.
Yeah,
The accent is a bonus.
Yeah.
And that's a fact.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when they hear the English accent, it's like, yeah. But they have that amongst themselves anyway though. So they're just more inclined that way.
Yeah. Is Mumsy still doing music when you're in New York, or she?
Yeah, so she's still doing music at that time.
Right.
And doing well with it. And
Yeah.
she's doing other things as well. But yeah, she's still doing music.
And in school, are you kind of getting in trouble? Are you learning? What kind of student are you?
I was definitely getting in trouble.
Okay.
I was a class clown,
Yeah.
and I was intelligent but not focused.
Yeah. I haven't got a whiff of American accent from you. I haven't got a whiff of Jamaican accent from you. You speak very clean British, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Which
because-
then would beg my next question. Where's the accent at?
I mean, listen, I originally, I had both accents.
Right.
So I've had all accents in my life. I've had the
Yeah.
American, I've had the Jamaican, and I've had the English.
Yeah.
What happened was I was in America for 5 years.
Right.
So when I eventually, because we didn't finish the trajectory, like when I was 9, so I was in America for 5 years. When I was 9, I went back to Jamaica for
Right.
another year,
Right.
and I went to school there.
Okay.
And then it was like
This brother's everywhere.
mad. And then I remember being in school there, and they were like, "Yo, foreigner." They would just call me foreigner. What? Because I had a heavy American accent.
Right.
And then I came to primary school in England.
Hold on. This will get everywhere.
I know,
Okay,
I
cool.
know, I
Okay,
know.
What are the key things you learned from the 5 years in America then, would you say?
The main thing is what I just told you. You
Right,
can do
the
anything that you
hustle.
put your mind to. You can do anything that you put your mind to.
Yeah.
Like it was literally a way of life.
Right.
Like they was telling you that you could be the president then in the 90s.
Right.
So it's not a surprise that somebody went on to do it. But so that I took.
Yeah.
And also just traveling just made me know that different ways of life are possible.
Yep.
And I love that, and I want that for my kids.
Is it just you and your mum, or is there?
It was me and my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me and my
Okay.
mum. I had like family, well, not really family, but like family. I had
Right.
people but it was just me and my mum.
So why did she pick New York? Sorry.
That's where she was doing music. And that's where she was getting traction.
And she's still doing music at that period.
Yeah.
Out there. We love that. Are you then taking in the American music then?
Of course.
I'm guessing.
Of course.
So who's kind of popping off, or like what kind of?
All right, so we lived in Staten Island, so Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, yeah.
I was there when the first ever Wu-Wear shop, like when they opened their clothing
Wu-Wear.
store.
Oh, yeah.
So Wu-Tang was big. I was a very, very big Busta Rhymes fan. I was a very big, at them times it was like Immature, Boys to Men.
Yeah.
Them type of people.
Right.
That's who I was looking at.
Yeah.
Them type of times.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
a lot of rap. I was listening to a lot of rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to a lot of rap over there.
You're not really studying. How's your mum taking that when you're not really studying? Is it minor, or is it? Are you kind of pushed towards study? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, because my mum was similar when she was younger.
Okay.
So I think she felt like kindred with that.
Was your mum strict then, or?
No, my mum was not strict.
Okay.
No. So it was like, I didn't really. Obviously, she wanted me to be better, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think she was more. She would look at the positives of how I was as a character, and so on and so forth. So I never really felt like I needed to.
You weren't totally off the rails.
No.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
If you ask my mum would tell you I was a good kid.
Right, okay.
Probably because I'm a little bit spoiled.
Yeah, but kids will be kids. I'm just saying
Yeah.
you weren't over there doing that.
No. I wasn't doing a madness.
Okay.
I just a little bit not focused, but I wasn't doing a madness.
Yeah.
I wasn't out there doing crazy stuff or on the roads and that. So it wasn't like that. I was just could have been a bit more focused.
Did you see any bad things out there?
Yeah, I mean one or two things, but nothing mad. Nothing too mad.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. So then why then the move back to Jamaica?
So this is how it was explained to me. So my mum decided, because the music wasn't really like working out how she wanted it to work out,
Right.
she wanted to move back to England.
Right.
But she needed to go back to England.
And set up.
Exactly.
Right.
So I went back to my my grandma for.
How old are you? 9, 10?
I think I might have been 8. I was either 8. I think I was 8.
Right.
Yeah. I think I was 8 because I know when I came back to England. So I think I was 8.
Right.
And I'm quite sure that she told me I was going on a holiday, and I just ended up staying for like a year. Them was.
Okay.
Yeah. And while I was over there, I went to school because that's definitely what happened, because I wasn't expecting to go to school. I was expecting to just go see my grandma.
Yeah.
And then they was like, "No, we're enrolling you in school. You gotta go to school. You're gonna be over here for a while." I was like, "Oh, really? Okay."
So-
sideways.
So how did that make you feel? The kind of the realization that this has happened and mum's not going to return for the foreseeable future.
It was. I'm trying to put myself back there.
Yeah.
I was pissed because obviously I was blindsided, but also I really love Jamaica and I miss my nan as well. So it wasn't really the end of the world, and I wasn't really one of them like act out type kids or like bare anger.
When you look back at it now, all this moving around, do you feel hard kind of done by, or how does it make you feel? Be honest.
I always, because I'm a positive person, I've always looked at it as, it's made me who I am. Like it's given me an edge, because when I came over to England, I felt like I was, like there was a conversation about putting me the year above because of like my learning level. Do you understand what I'm saying? That didn't happen. And then I chilled out on that. But I just felt like it was a positive being in these different places.
Did you feel unloved by mum? Be honest.
Nah. I didn't feel.
I've got to ask these questions.
Of course.
And some of them are going to be. You know
And
what I mean?
the funny thing is, this is a good question, because it's only like, I feel like it's only like 20 years later that I had to, when I went through a madness, and I started to analyze these type of things.
Right.
And I think that, like my mom would say to you, she's very grateful for how I've been, because she feels like, you could have.
Right, you
could have.
Given those,
do you know what I'm saying?
what's been going
but
on.
I never did. And I don't know why. I think it was just because of my outlook. But also, if I look at it intelligently, people could say that that's a trauma response as well. Because if you do feel, let's say for instance, you do feel unloved, then to not cause any problems could also be a form of wanting acceptance.
Right.
So if we're going to be super deep about it, it could be that way. So I could have felt unloved and decided to deal with it rather than lashing out. Decided to be extra lovey-dovey, because I'm definitely an affectionate person. I'm definitely like a fun, loving, and like, do you know what I'm saying? So it could be a result of that.
When you assess it now, though, do you conclude that you was loved?
Yeah.
Okay, we love that.
Yeah,
We love
100%.
that. Come on, we
100%.
love
I don't feel like I didn't. Through my childhood, I didn't feel unloved. When I look back at it now, I don't feel like, I don't feel like that.
We love that. Okay, cool. Mum comes back to the UK.
Yes.
Where? South?
South, yeah, man.
Okay, sets up a base.
Crystal Palace.
You go to Jamaica. What was that year like in school? Are you kind of getting bullied, or are you getting away with it, or
I wasn't getting bullied, but they
guy?
definitely, yeah, man, foreigner, man. Oh, I'm foreigner.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was cool. I enjoyed school.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have assimilated more if I was longer there. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was calm. There wasn't really nothing to write home about.
Right.
When I knew that my mum was going to England, and then I was kind of happy to go to England.
Right.
I tell you what I did feel throughout my life is that I always wanted my mum to have another kid. I always wanted my mum to have...
Okay, you wanted a sibling?
Yeah, definitely wanted siblings. And I didn't really know much about my dad because at this point, I'd gone back once or twice to England on holidays and stuff, but I never got a chance to really live there. And now I'm like 9, I'm in Jamaica, I'm about to move to England for the first time. That's really the first time I'm living in England.
If you wanted a sibling that kind of leans towards the fact that you may have felt lonely as a kid.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, because I was... So, yeah, definitely in terms of, I felt like I was the only person that it was happening to. So when I was in Jamaica, I lived on the land with my grandma and then my auntie and my auntie's kids.
Right.
So my cousin Daniel, who's like my age, but that's like my first best friend. So we went through, do you know what I'm saying? So we was cool, but we was not like, we weren't siblings though.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear that.
And then when I was in America, like my mum's partner had kids and stuff, but we were just like, we was cool and there was love there. We was like, to this day, but I felt like I wanted somebody that was actually my family.
Were you living in the same house as your mum's partner?
Yeah.
So how was that like, having a father figure?
It was calm. It wasn't a father figure because she's a lesbian, so it was a woman.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Apologies.
but
Okay.
still.
So then how was so how was that for you then?
It was good. It was.
What's this, 90s?
This is 90s.
I'm guessing it wasn't really as open as it was now.
Nah, definitely not.
So
Yeah.
okay, so your mum is a lesbian and is living with a female. How was that for you then?
It was calm. I didn't really know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know them ones. It wasn't like I didn't really know and really penetrate it like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
I just remember the 90s being a time where it wasn't really spoken about as it is now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. You come back to England now. Mama set up camp.
Yes.
Said, come on over.
Yes.
You land in South London. Mm-hmm. You're done hit every corner of the flipping globe already, bro.
Exactly.
Right?
By the time I'm 9.
Right.
By the time
so
I'm
how
9.
is it arriving in Croydon with your American accent?
It was
fresh from Jamaica.
So we arrived. My mom got a spot in Crystal Palace.
Right.
Which was wavy. I remember. All right. So listen, this was like a very formative memory of my life.
Right.
So I came back and I know it was in '96, early '96, maybe February or March or something like that, and moved into the house. Maybe I don't know, maybe a week or a month after. Like I don't know, my mum had a surprise party for me. Yeah.
Right.
And all of my actual family that was in England came in it, and
Right.
it was like we're so happy to see you. Like it was mad. Like it was like a homecoming, and I was like, raw. Like okay, I got bare family.
Yeah.
On top of that, my mum was like, yeah, like your dad's got other kids, so you've got brothers and sisters. I was gassed.
Okay.
I met my little brother.
And was that conversation, sorry, just to open conversation, like you weren't sat down and explained, it was just a casual conversation. Oh, by the way, you got, do you know what I mean?
It was definitely casual.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I kind of known, obviously, but yeah, I'm going to get to see like brothers and sisters. I've got actual brothers and sisters.
Right.
I can see how this works and that. Like, so yeah, I was.
How many brothers and sisters?
Well, in total, altogether, my dad had 12 kids.
Okay, man,
Exactly.
went from only child to football team.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
So it was great. That was a great feeling. Coming to England was really a good time. Like, as I said, I met like my younger siblings, elder siblings, like few months after I came, my little sister was born, one of my little sisters.
Right.
And that was the first time that I was like, obviously I was there from like the beginning of her life, so that was a positive.
But you're seeing them regular, everyone's local.
Yeah, I'm seeing them regular. Obviously I don't live with them.
Yeah.
But I'd go to my stepmom's with my dad where my dad lived. I'd go there like every weekend.
Yeah.
Every chance I got, I was there with my little brother.
Okay.
So yeah, like that was good. I finally had like siblings and a family.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
And then, so school, are you learning or not in England now, or are you just giving this thing up?
It's not.
You're
seeing it like, boom.
Bro.
I was going to school in it, but
Yeah, but what is it?
like I was going to school in it.
Okay.
I went.
Are you getting in trouble?
No, it's not. It
outside?
wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I wasn't outside.
Okay.
I was in school. I was just making jokes in school. I was good. Nah, I wouldn't consider myself good. I was definitely smart, like, and intelligent, and but in terms of doing work, just wasn't.
Did you know what you wanted to be at a young age?
Yeah.
Which was?
Singer.
It was this. This is it.
Entertainer.
Yeah? Oh, we love that. Okay.
Because my mum was doing it. So I saw that from when I was 2, 3, 4 years old. There was even a concert that she brought me out on stage. When I was like, I don't know, 3 and I froze up or whatever. And then all through that time, so I knew she was doing music. I loved music. I loved rapping. As I told you, when I was in America, I was listening to a lot of rap.
Yeah.
And rapped in my American accent because that's where I learned how to rap and sing. And so yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. There was a time in life that I wanted to be a teacher as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, entertainment.
Singing first.
No, man. I think being a teacher is a good profession.
And then where's the singing coming from then? Just from young?
Yeah.
Where were you being taught singing?
I never got taught singing.
Self-taught?
Yep, I never got taught singing, and I was performing. It wasn't really about singing.
Right.
I used to dance.
Yeah.
I used to rap. I used to just perform.
Right.
Like I wasn't necessarily good at them. Definitely wasn't a good singer, and I wasn't a great dancer. I was just the young youth that was dancing.
But God loves a trier, brother.
Trust
you know
me.
what I'm saying?
Like my
man is
cousin-
out here trying.
My cousin, who's like a year older than me over here, baddest dancer. So me and him, like he was a better dancer than me.
The break dancing thing?
Yeah, bro.
Pop locking, all that.
Coldest.
Don't get me
Wongy.
started,
Shout out
brother.
Wongy,
I
my
get
cousin.
busy, you know.
To
I'll pull
this
out the
day,
lino now, you know.
Bro, listen, legendary. No, he did stuff that
Okay.
would like you would. It was mad. To
Yeah.
this day. If he
this
starts
day.
dancing this day, anyway. So we would do things like where we would enter talent competition. There was one where we was in Clapham and we entered. They had a singing competition and they had a dancing competition. He entered the dancing competition. I entered the singing competition.
Yeah.
And we both won.
Okay.
Yeah, and like so we would do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man.
So you never really took singing lessons or nothing like that?
No. I was, as I said, it was more rapping.
Right.
Like, and then I started entering competitions. My mum was trying to convince me that I can sing. And I was like, I like singing.
But
Yeah, I never really, it wasn't like,
okay.
didn't really have any heritage in singing. Like I used to go to church with my grandma and then we went church over here a little bit as well. But I never sang in church ever.
Okay.
So it wasn't like, yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to get down to is where did this come from? How have you got the singing voice? Do you put that just down to nature or nurture? You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
you just
Ooh,
born
that's a
with it?
good question because my dad was a singer as well.
Oh, was he? Okay.
And my uncles. So, yeah, it felt like. I wonder. That's a really good question. If it's nature or nurture. Because to this day, I don't consider myself like a singer.
Okay,
like
then it's nature then.
like a
Because if
like
you
a
don't,
like a real singer, you know, like
Right.
them ones that's gonna riff all over.
Right.
I can do my thing.
yeah.
I consider myself an artist more than I consider myself an incredible vocalist.
Okay.
And I know I can do lots of different vocal styles and stuff, but
Yeah.
in terms of like one of them proper singers, I don't really consider myself.
All right. So we're leaning towards nature then, I guess. If you're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because definitely.
And then school, do you leave with any grades or we just not?
I mean, we did like
We closing the school
GCSEs and that,
chapter.
and I was.
Yeah. I know you did them,
I was
but
good
what
at
did you get?
music. I was good at music. I was
Yeah.
good at drama. I was good at English.
Right.
Apart from that,
Nothing.
no, I wasn't really. It's quite funny because I remember when I left school, when I got my GCSEs, I remember being very disappointed. And I was like, this is mad because I'm mad smarter than these grades. So then I decided that I was going to go to sixth form and like actually put effort in.
Right.
And then I released like Come Into My Room.
Oh, at that point, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I was 17.
So let's put a pin in that. Okay, so now you want to be a singer. So when do you actually start making music then? When do you start saying like, this is actually serious now? I want to actually make records.
So when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, them type of ages, I'd be doing talent competitions.
Right.
I'd be dancing. I'd be singing I Believe I Can Fly at little talent competitions.
Yeah.
I'd be, I entered a competition called Rapology, which was like a big competition by Choice FM.
Right.
And that was like, it was like X Factor before X Factor.
Right.
Like everybody from up and down the UK would enter, and then they'd pick like 20 finalists, and you go to Croydon Fairfield Hall, and they have a big show.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Winners would get like a contract with Sony and all of that stuff. Like it was proper.
So you won that?
I didn't win it the first time.
Okay.
I entered it the first time, and I was rapping Q-Tip.
Yeah. What
Breathe
one
and Stop.
vibrant thing? You want a vibe? Okay, breathe and stop. Yeah.
It was one of them, one of those
Yeah.
two. And I didn't even get through to the finals. So then my mum was like, you should sing. You need to be singing.
Okay.
Like, I was like, all right, cool. So I entered the next year, and then I sang Music Soul Child because I love Music Soul Child and Just Friends. That was a good song.
Yeah.
I did that.
Won it.
I didn't win it. No, I got through to the live show bit, like in terms of that bit, and then performed. I think I came like third or fourth.
Right.
But I really enjoyed it, and I got a really good reaction.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm entering again. This time, I'm gonna sing the right song,
Right.
and I'm gonna win.
And you won.
The next year, yeah, I sang Usher. I did You Got It Bad
Right.
by Usher.
And when did you win a contract?
Or
did they bump
I won
it?
£1,000,
Come on.
which was lit at the time.
Of course
Most
it-
money I'd ever seen in my life.
Well, what did you do with £1,000, bro?
I can't remember.
Are we
bro.
hitting Oxford
Nothing-
Street straight?
Yeah, definitely making bad decisions.
Are we buying Avis jackets? Right?
Yeah, bad decisions.
Like, God, so.
Bad decisions. Yeah,
But there was no deal then. It was just money.
The stipulation was if you win, you get to record your own song.
Right.
Right. And I recorded my own song with these producers. His name was Michael Daly. And we went in the studio and we recorded this song called What's Your Name? And it got played on Choice FM.
And did you write that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, like I wrote the song.
Is
Like,
that your first experience of writing songs?
Yes. I was 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just natural to you?
That was the first time I ever wrote a song.
And you
And I
don't
was
know where it
like,
come from, you
"Rah."
just wrote it and sang it, boom.
I mean, I had loved music. At that point, when I was 14, at that point, I was listening
Okay.
to bare R&B. I was listening to Missy Elliott. I was listening to Timbaland. I was
Yeah.
all of like, I was Genuine, Aaliyah, all of them lot.
Right.
Busta Rhymes. I was a music fan at that point. D'Angelo.
Brown Sugar, babe.
That album Dead, like that album with Lady on it and all of that
Yeah,
cruising.
yeah, yeah.
So at that point, I was
You was in it,
I was
fully.
loving music, and I was thinking I can do it. I just had never done it at that point.
Right.
There was a song that I had written before then.
Right.
Right. Because I was seeing, I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But we weren't official.
Right.
And I wanted everybody to know that we was official. So I wrote a song
You
for
wrote a song
her.
for her. We love that lover boy.
I was
you
doing
get
the
me?
lover boy thing.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Right.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
Technically, that was the first song I ever wrote, I think.
Okay. But
Yeah.
you record this second song.
But What's Your Name was the first time I was in a studio.
Right.
And they played a
And
beat.
how old are you?
I was 14.
And it gets played on Choice FM.
Yeah.
Okay, that's big.
Yeah, no,
Choice FM, like, what was that like?
It was mad.
Who's playing it?
It was great.
Jenny Francis or something?
Jigs was playing
Jigs,
it.
you know, I
George
know.
K was playing it.
Okay, wow.
And it was like, and then as a result of that, because the song was doing quite well on Choice FM, Choice FM asked me to support Mario on a gig, on like a Junior Jam gig.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like 14. At that time, maybe I'm like 14, 15 now. I might have been.
Right. So you've just been thrown into the deep end here.
Yeah, like.
Do you know what I mean?
And so I did the performance, and it was.
So it's a Mario concert.
Mario concert.
And Mario, You Should Let Me Love You is...
No, not Let Me Love You, Just a Friend.
Oh, Just a Friend was even bigger,
This
bruv.
was when Just a Friend came out. So
Yes.
this is when
Huge.
Mario just came out.
So huge.
Yes.
Big tune, American artist.
Exactly.
And you're...
And he came over and we did the show. I remember Lamar being there. Lamar was at the
50,
show.
50.
Like, so it was I remember that. That was a
Yeah.
really good, that was a really
And
good.
you're 14.
Yeah, 14, maybe 15 at this time.
And pressure's not a thing for you.
Nah.
You're just too young
It felt
to really
natural.
deep it.
It felt natural. At that point, I felt like this is what man was supposed to be doing. Like
Okay.
I just felt like, honestly, I think everything that we were talking about before, like living in America,
It's
and
culminated to this.
yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, what's supposed to happen?
I feel you.
That's what it felt like.
Right. Did you meet Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Met him that day, yeah.
Come on, love that. And then the family's there as well. It must be
Yeah,
a proud
my mum
moment
was there,
for your 11
yeah.
brothers and sisters. Come
Nah,
on.
everybody, all the brothers and
Everybody
sisters
there, the
weren't
football
there.
team is repping.
Nah,
You
nah.
get me?
And it wasn't 11 straight away. Like he
I'm
kept
bad
on going.
with it.
But you know what I mean. But yeah, like yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
very, very good.
So from there, I guess you know, like, this is it now. I've got to be doing this now. This is really what's
it's what I
going
wanted to do. It's what I was moving towards.
on. Right. So from then, it's in studio time then.
So then what happened is, my uncle was like helping.
Right.
Right. Because he used to manage my mum as well.
Right.
So he was helping, and then introduced me to who would then become like my manager, who was my manager for pretty much all of that time.
Right.
Like for, I think maybe 10, 15 years maybe.
Okay.
And we went to a studio and we met this guy.
It's in South still, yeah?
This is in, well, his studio was in East, it's in Stratford.
Okay.
Right, and we was recording, went there to record and stuff, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm really interested, I'd like to record, I'd like to, you know what I'm saying, see what I'm going. He wasn't like, I want to manage you.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, let's make something happen.
Right.
It wasn't like official.
The beats
or
are coming
anything
in
like
and you're just writing to them.
what he was, yeah, so we was doing that. He had in-house producers, and then he was like, I really want to try and craft, you know what I'm saying, see what we can do, because I think you could do something.
Right. So the follow-up to that Trace FM record is what?
So we started recording.
Right.
We started recording bits and pieces. Did like little servicing some CDs that had that What's Your Name song and then a couple of other songs on it.
Yeah.
And got some reactions and that. But then, as I said, like Omar is who came on to be my manager. Yeah. He was like, let's see what we can do. Let's like proper curate this.
Yeah.
He's like, I got some other producers that I think you should work with and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And let's kind of, you know what I mean? I can produce it for you. I can help you, like, you know, and we was in a production deal. So he's like, I want to sign you to a production deal. I can produce the music for you, as in get it produced. He's not a producer himself, but he had history of curating rhythms, because he do Jamaican music and that, which is where you might have a
rhythm and everyone rides.
Exactly. So he was good at curating music.
Right.
So he was like, I can do that for you as well. So I was like, yeah, let's try it. Let's do it.
And you're how old? 15 and 14, 15?
Yeah, these times I'm
Crazy
maybe
young,
16, maybe 16.
Yeah.
16, 17 now these times.
Okay.
15, 16, them type of times anyway.
Yeah.
And then we started recording. I was like 16, yeah.
Right.
I remember I was definitely 16. I was 15, 16, because I'm still at school.
Right.
Still at school.
But you don't really care about school. You just
No, man. No.
But are you known as a singer in school then? The Trace
After
FM guy
Rapology,
that won
yes.
the thing. The rep's gone up now.
After Rapology.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yesterday's price is not today's price,
in
fam.
school, you get
Tell
me?
them.
Especially with
You
the
get
girls,
me?
you get me? Them
Trust
girls that were
me.
fronting in the lunch hall.
The thing
You're
is,
fronting,
let me tell
but
you
man
what-
won the award now. Now what are you telling me?
Let me tell you what it was. No, it's cool. Well, I went to a boys' school. I went to Forest Hill Boys.
Right.
So it was all about it was all about the surrounding
The other
girls'
schools, innit?
It was
Yeah.
all about Sydenham Girls, Sydenham High,
Right.
Catford County, all of them schools. There you get me.
Right.
The man had the rep.
Yeah.
All right.
You was the all right. Cool. Let's not talk about that. You get me? But, all right. In the studio, is this when Come Into My Room then? Is this Is this the birth of Come Into My Room?
So we were recording for months, and you know, trying to make some stuff happen, and then Omar was like, I think you should work with these producers.
Just for the audience, this is not Omar the singer, Omar.
No.
I'm just saying that because Omar was a guest here recently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just
Big up
clarify.
Omar
And I know
Lightfoot, he's a G.
Yeah, big
he's a G.
I just went to clarify because.
No. So just my manager at the
Yeah.
time. And he was like, let's do this. Let's put this up. I think you should work with these producers. Let's curated the team.
Yeah.
Went in, and I think the first, because they had already started working on it. They had the guitar riff, the instrumental, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
So, because we were telling them the type of thing that we wanted
before
we even got in there.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So they had it kind of on the vibe, yeah.
I was listening to a lot of R&B. It was very highly inspired by R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like what he was doing at that time, where he was mixing the little bit of the Jamaican elements with the R&B.
Right.
And he was writing for other people.
Yep.
Marcus Houston, all of them type of tunes. I was inspired by all of those waves, and we was like, yeah, we want them type of vibes. Went in there, it was already there.
Right, and you just wrote that there and then?
Yeah, I mean, like
how long did it take you to write?
Well, it was me. It was the two producers, Ricky and Wayne, and it was another writer called Obi Bondera. Big up him as well.
Yeah.
He was working with Blazing Squad at the time. He had written Blazing Squad had a number 1 or a number 2
with the Crossroads thing.
Nah, there was another one. It was called.
Oh, swear. Okay.
I think it was Flip Reverse It. That's what it's called.
Right.
Yeah, and he was working on that as well. He's a G as well.
Yeah.
How long? I don't know how long it took. I just know that when.
How much of the tune did you write and how much did he write?
It was a collaborative effort. We were just in the studio vibing.
Yeah.
Like
the hook, bruv. Who wrote the hook, bruv?
It was a collaborative effort.
Okay.
It was a collaborative effort. We were just vibing in it.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember also, my thing was I was still trying to rap. So
in what, American, or have you lost the accent now?
No. I still, even when I started speaking English, I was still rapping in American.
Okay, because that was the thing at the time.
It's just how I learned to sing, how I learned to rap.
Yeah.
That was what was natural to me.
Yeah, sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
so Come Into My Room, both of you make that song, right?
Yeah. Not just, it was also Ricky and Wayne as well. It was all four of us.
Okay.
All four of us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just remember like, okay, cool. Because there's a bit where I rap in the song and I was trying to be Joe Budden.
Yeah.
I was like, what up, Johnny, come and get it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, and also, what I will say, it wasn't just one session.
Right.
The thing that happened, and this is what happened with Come Into My Room and a lot of the other songs that we did, right? And this is the reason why it's a bit murky to say who did what.
Right.
We would have multiple sessions where...
You'd work on the song bit by bit kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would take time.
Yeah.
It would take time. And then we would come back and then we'd go again. And so it was...
Right.
It was, yeah. And that happened with multiple tunes.
Did you know that tune was special, or did it just sound like another tune that you've just been creating? Do you know what I mean?
No, I knew it was a banger from we heard the instrumental.
Yeah.
I knew it was a banger from the first session. I was like, oh, this is lit. It ended up sounding a little bit different because I remember the original didn't have live guitars.
Right.
It had electric guitar in terms, played in, right?
Right.
But it was lit. So even after we finished the song, and then Ricky and Wayne decided to add the guitarist Stanley and play it live, we was like, bro, it was working before, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, it was working before. We didn't really, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, it definitely added to it though.
Okay, songs are being made, you're happy with it. What comes out first? You pick Come Into My Room first then, or?
Yeah, I think we knew, specifically Omar as well, we all knew when we was playing that tune to people, because what was happening is I was making tunes before that. I had like a little CD which might have had 3 or 4 or 5 tunes that were on it that we would play to family members and that we might play to record labels and so on and so forth. And they were cool. But when we had Come Into My Room and people started listening to Come Into My Room, people was like,
You could just tell.
oh, is that, yo, oh, you made that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's up. So it was like, it was a bit of a game changer. It was a game changer. We knew that. We knew that. Like, people like, oh, what are you not gonna do with that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then what happened as a result of that is we started going into labels. I know Omar was taking it into labels. He went to see people and so on and so forth. And nobody wanted to like pick it up straight away.
Okay.
So he was like, all right, cool, we'll just do it ourselves. And like, we'll just do it, promo it. He put the whole team together.
You did everything.
Started printing up vinyls.
Yeah.
He just pressed the button on all of that. You know what I'm saying? We had radio plugger stuck. He sent it to everybody. I was going up and down the country doing drops, doing interviews.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So we did just the full thing. We were selling vinyls.
Yeah.
Like just white labels.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And walking to record shops and then giving them and saying, do you know what? Just sell them, innit? Like, we don't even need the return.
Yeah.
Those are the type of tactics that
you just want it out
that
there.
Omar put in place. Yeah, and it just started to take off. It took off very, very organically. On top of that, because they had Choice FM had already played like What's Your Name, What's Your Number.
Right.
We had a little bit of equity there. But when they heard this, like they was like,
okay,
no, this is levels. This is not just somebody that won a competition that we're playing.
It's an artist.
This now is like, oh. So I remember the first time Jigs, I think it was Jigs, and he played the record. He's like, I'm gonna play the song. He said, I'm gonna play the song, but I'm not gonna tell you who it is.
Right.
Right? That's what he did on the airwaves. And I want you lot to tell me who you think it is, blah, blah, blah. And he played the song, he pulled it up bare times and that. And then he was like, he did a phone in, like, it's like, no, it's not. It's not Usher.
Okay.
It's not Marcus Houston. It's not this person, it's not R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like, and then he said, yeah, this is 17-year-old South London, Nathan, boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, no, it was mad.
Is that the realization that the song's gone clear? What was that moment for you where you felt like, yo?
No, that was a very big moment. Because from there, it continued to grow. Like Come Into My Room continued to just more and more popular. Yeah. So, yeah, it was mad. It was mad.
Can we just talk about the R&B era? Because a lot of people, obviously we're in a new era now. That was a very key era. Yeah. There wasn't a lot of British R&B singers, I don't think. Who was there out at the time?
At that time, so Come Into My Room originally came out in 2004.
Right.
So at that point, it wasn't a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could actually be one of the first. There
wasn't a lot at that time. So you're looking at people like, especially young, there wasn't many. Right. So Lamar was, because I think Lamar was on Fame Academy.
Yeah, he won. He came second or something.
Before. Right. Mark Morrison and Craig David. Yeah. Obviously legends. Mm-hmm. But at that time, and then there's people like Lyndon David Hall. But there was
Sexy Cinderella, R.I.P.
Like, big up Lyndon David Hall. Yeah. But I don't want to miss anybody else. Yeah,
sorry
if I did. But there weren't people
that was very, very like small. There wasn't hardly anyone. American R&B was his thing. British R&B singers weren't really about. There was. Nah. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
There wasn't many.
Like, you're one of the first is where I'm trying to get at.
And doing it in the way that
you had no team around you. You had no label, for example, like pushing it. You were just doing it organically.
Now, we did have a team because, as I said, my manager put together a mad team. Yeah. And that definitely helped. But in terms of the type of music that we were trying to do, we were really trying. Me personally, there wasn't anybody in the UK to try and compete with. Yeah. I was trying to compete with Usher. I was trying to compete with Marcus Houston. Yeah. I was trying to recreate the music that I saw and that I loved. So that was what it was. Do you know what I mean?
Song comes out, it's a madness. The video isn't. Are you abroad? I swear you're abroad in the video.
Yeah, but there's a.
Right, go on.
There's a gap between the song coming out.
Fill the gap, bro.
All right. Hey, pause. Hey, no, I'm playing with you.
No, did.
But anyway, so
songs out.
Songs out.
Choice FM.
So when they premiered it, this is early in the summertime. Yeah. Yeah. And this is in 2004. Now, in that summer, the song reaches peak popularity. It's one of the most requested songs on UK radio in the UK. Yeah. And then there's like a bidding war that ensues as a result of that.
Okay, labels.
Right? Yeah.
Labels get a whiff of this.
Exactly. And labels wanted to put it out because we had done this independently. It's very, very popular. The song hadn't been released yet. We're selling white labels and stuff. Right. So people are listening to the song on the radio every day, but you can't get it.
Right.
Just what I'm saying. So
the labels start knocking.
There was a bidding war. We ended up making a decision on who to go with, which go on.
You're 16, you're young, right?
At this time I'm 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the labels that are knocking on the door?
The two that we ended up, like the two strongest ones were V2,
Virgin,
yeah, and Relentless.
Okay, Shabs and them, man.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you picked what? Who did you pick?
V2.
Pick V2. Okay. You say that with a sigh in your thing. What happened?
Nah.
Break it down. You can't sigh. You can't sigh on this show and not. You get me? Okay, so okay.
Did I sigh?
You did.
Oh my days, I signed.
What was the deal then? Was it album deal?
It was single with option.
Single with option. Can you break down
album.
what option means?
That basically means release the single and then they have the mandatory option to take out the album.
To take the album, so it's down to them.
And it was more. I think it was more than one album option.
Okay, so the single, is there a flat fee? What is it? Is there a signing fee?
Yeah. So you get signing fee. And
how much is the signing fee?
Raw, we're going there.
Yeah.
60. I think it was like 60K or something.
Okay,
like that.
60K.
To be honest with you,
estimate.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't really remember because at these times, I was not paying attention to that stuff.
Okay.
Like, and I know it was more on.
Is your eyes on superstardom?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just like, yeah, it's happening, innit? I wasn't watching Peas. It was never really about Peas for me.
Yeah.
It was more about where we're trying to go.
Yeah.
So, and also, yeah, like.
I hear that. You're just looking past that. Okay, 60, 70 grand.
Yeah.
Around there.
I think it might have been.
All good.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
And then they pushed the single, right?
They pushed the single.
Do they fund the video or do they want to recoup that money?
They fund the video. So they had to fund the video.
So the 60 is yours.
Yeah.
It's not recoupable. It's not like.
Oh, it's definitely recoupable.
Okay.
Everything you get in a record deal is recoupable.
We have to make sure.
Everything you get in a record
is
deal
a loan.
Is a loan, bro. It's always recoupable.
Okay.
So everything is recoupable.
Are you aware of that, or are you hitting Oxford Street and not really aware of that?
I was aware of that, and I was still hitting Oxford
Are you
Street.
hitting Selfridges like? Okay.
Yeah, bro. Like, so I was aware of that, but yeah, so acutely aware. I would, but aware in a way that a 17-year-old is aware.
Right, okay. And then how are your family with this money? Are they telling you to hold it, save it? What's going on? Are you getting any type of guidance? Does that money come to you direct?
It comes to me direct. And you had people saying, do good stuff, as in, you know what I'm saying? But I was also not really listening. And I was also, because I presented as quite mature for my age.
Right.
I think I was kind of left to my devices a little bit.
So they trusted you to handle the 70?
Yeah, not like to just
Looking
handle
back, was that the correct thing to do?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, fair enough.
Absolutely not. No, and it wasn't, I didn't just get 70 bags like that. It didn't work like that because it worked in stages. So it's not like I just had like...
20?
How did it work? It wasn't 20, but it was like 10, 15 here and then another 10.
Enough for a 17-year-old. So what did you do with the money?
Is it ever enough?
What did you do with the money?
Nothing productive.
Find out if it's ever enough.
Bro, never, nothing really productive. I didn't do anything productive with the P's, I would say. Like,
is there any standout items you bought that you wanted?
Yeah, but
what?
Today, they're not standing out.
Okay,
today,
then, what was it?
You know what I'm saying?
Like iceberg. Was you iceberging it up?
Yeah, I mean,
was Shinoing it up?
Yeah, man, it was like, and also, when I look back on it, I just think I was just spending day to day.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was saving anything. It wasn't like I was saying, oh, I'm saving up for this big purchase, because I wasn't doing that either. Do you know what I'm saying? I was just like day-to-day spending.
But your day-to-day spending is not your average day-to-day spending.
Exactly. So it wasn't like I was buying assets. I didn't go and buy a chain or jewelry or anything like that, really.
Just feeding everyone or just going everywhere.
Bro, there was a point where, we're skipping ahead, but I've never been like great with money. There was a time where before I was driving, I used to live in Edgware Road. I had a place in Edgware Road, yeah.
Right.
And my favorite restaurant in South London at the time is a restaurant called Tickle Me.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't drive. So I'd just like call a cab to my house, tell them to go to Tickle Me to pick up the food.
Yeah.
And bring the food back. This is before Uber Eats.
Yeah.
This is before I was just sending the cabman. And I would do that like
all the time.
Multiple times.
Okay.
A day sometimes.
I hear that.
So I was just spending stupidly.
Young.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So there
Okay.
was that was a little bit of an insight into the spending patterns man had.
Okay, cool. And then the label pays for the video.
Label paid for the video.
You fly out and do that video.
Yeah, so we did half of it in Portugal,
Yeah.
half of it in Lisbon, and then half of it in London, like
Right.
a club called Tantra, I think it was.
Wow, that actually rings a bell. So
Yeah.
That's a tantra.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And then how was that for you to shoot? Like, just being that, are you kind of, is your ego growing a bit now? Because it looks like on paper you're about to really blow.
I think I'm definitely.
You've got Virgin behind you, that's like Richard Branson.
Yep.
You've got him behind you. You're the only R&B kind of singer out there, British. You've got the tune. It's the I can only imagine. You got the money.
I was feeling myself. I was feeling great. I would also say that I was always preoccupied with where I was going next.
Right.
So I never felt like this is it. I would always feel like, I'm going further than this.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd be in the moment, I'd be enjoying it and thinking this is mad, but I would be thinking, there's more to go. I'm still gonna go further.
In hindsight, was that an error because you're not actually paying attention to what's happening right now, as opposed to I'm looking over there? Do you know what I'm saying?
Some people would describe it as that, and I think yeah, as the more you learn and you grow, you think that you want to be present in the moment, and I definitely don't think I was very present in the moment all of the time. But I think that's like, I was young.
Yeah,
I was actually young, but I was still gassed and enjoying the moment.
And the guidance from the manager or anyone around you, they're not really guiding you in regards to that.
To what?
The expenditure or just the way you are.
I didn't say that. Yeah.
Okay.
You could get guided, but
you could take a horse to water, but
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Totally.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely had. I think in hindsight, right? I could have done with more overbearingness from my mum and my dad at the time. Right. Because both of them were specifically not overbearing.
Okay. Because your mum's an artist, she knows the game.
Yes.
So maybe mum could be like, listen, this money's not gonna last forever, or boom, boom, boom.
Nah,
mum just left you to do your own thing.
Which
I kind of rate in one hand.
Yeah, she was just like, yo, like, she would tell me stuff, but she definitely didn't want to be overbearing. And I think it's because, you'd have to ask her, but I think it's because she had a career as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
She was still active at the time.
I mean, not at the time in terms of musically. At that time, she decided she wanted to be an actress, so she'd gone into acting, which is she's an actress now to this day,
sick.
Right? But I think because of her experience, and also she didn't get support from like her mum and her parents when she was trying to be an artist. Oh my days, like that's you know what I mean? It's something that would be, I wouldn't say frowned upon, but that's not what the household was.
The deeper question could be, because she perhaps was not present in your life for large chunks, maybe she thought like that's what you did, that's what let him. Oh no,
that's a good.
I'll put it out there. You get what I'm saying?
I tell you what, that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That could be true.
Yeah,
that could be true. And
I can only speculate.
And then I also think I think I know this as well. Like, because my dad like felt like, I feel like there might have been times where my dad wanted to interject. Right. Like, but he was just like,
felt like I couldn't.
Yeah. So I feel like that, and then he ended up, he passed away in 2010 as well. So, but I feel like I'm sure there's been conversations about that where he felt like he would want to do more, like, and interject, but he didn't feel like he could.
Are you the oldest out of the brothers and sisters?
Nah, I'm the second oldest boy.
Okay. Did you feel a responsibility to look after everyone?
Yes.
Because you had,
Yeah, like definitely in terms of my younger siblings,
right? Because
we naturally evolved into that relationship, innit? Like where I felt like the big brother, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like a big brother. And then so yeah, definitely. Do you know what I mean? Also, but I still doing my thing. I moved to America. I moved back to America to do music again, and so on and so forth. So I was still over.
The single comes out.
This is a lot after the single comes out. So we're jumping.
Okay,
forward.
Video comes out. It's like a Channel U, like staple, bro. I remember seeing this brother driving a convertible or something like, brother. Yeah. Song's out. How is that for you now? The visual matches. Do you know what I mean?
So what
now
happened,
people can put the face to the.
If I break down the timeline, the song was very popular in the summer. Yeah. Right. Very, very popular. The summer was 2004, and it was Pow. That was the biggest song. Yeah. Just period. Yeah. And then Coming to My Room was the biggest R&B song, in the UK, and those two was doing the thing. Now, what happened is we signed the deal Carnival weekend. Yeah, I remember that type of time. Anyway, we signed the deal, and then the plan was to release the song shortly after. But what happened is the release date kept on getting pushed back by the record company. Okay. They were like, listen, we've got to release Estelle, or we've got to release Lethal B, or we've got to release Stereophonics, and so on and so forth. So then the next date that we were going to release it was on my birthday, which was November the 2nd in 2004. So we planned like this big launch and this party. Yeah. Estelle performed.
Big up Estelle, she's been here.
Big up Estelle.
Come on, sis.
Who else performed? Jay Sean performed.
Wow, okay.
Who else performed on that 18th birthday party? I think maybe So Solid performed.
Right.
It was a big party. Yeah. I performed. Flawless, I think. CNC dancers performed. Yeah. Anyway, it was a big one. Yeah.
Big look, yeah.
It was a, and we were supposed to release it that weekend, but then again, Record label pushed it back again. So at this point now, we're getting pissed. Like,
Yeah.
yo, like the song is.
So you do the launch and then they push the record back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So we're like, yo, like, you lot are flopping the song. Like, this song is hot now.
Yeah.
We've just kept it going from summer. It's November.
Yeah.
Song's still hot, but like, what we doing?
So what's the reason?
So we found out afterwards that the record label basically ran out of money.
Right.
So they
Virgin, man, just ring up Richard. Say, Richard, come off the island, brother.
I mean, listen, this is what we thought, but
Come off Necker Island.
I think they ran into financial trouble.
Right.
And their release schedule. So we didn't end up releasing it that year. The year in 2000. That's why it's the 20th anniversary this year.
That must be frustrating as hell.
It was very, very extremely frustrating because what happened is we ended up releasing it the next February.
Right.
Right. So remember, we're talking about a song that premiered in the
last
summer.
Yeah.
So we released it.
So 8 months later, kind of thing.
In the February.
Everyone's kind of heard it.
It's died down.
Yeah.
Now it still went to number 37 in the charts.
Yeah.
Which is still good.
It's
to
a
this
top
day,
40.
people are happy with top 40.
Top 40.
But in terms of the hype, the buzz that was around the song,
Yeah.
and what people thought the song was gonna do, or what it should have done, or what it could have done, that was a very, very big letdown.
And then I guess in the label's eyes, is that deemed as a success or not a success? Do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't give a shit about what they thought. I was
Okay.
pissed at them. I was like, you lot flopped the song. Then I was thinking, because also we had the option to go to another record label, Relentless, who are like, they are known for, if a song is popping, they're gonna put it away. It's gonna go to top 10, it's gonna go number
Yeah.
1. So then it started looking like, why the hell did we do this?
Did they offer a signing fee as well or not?
Yeah. I mean,
Similar
of
type
course.
of money?
Yeah, it was a bidding war.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a bidding war.
And I guess they don't have them other artists like your Stereophonics and all of that, so they can actually concentrate.
I mean, no,
on...
Relentless was big. They had
You
bare
know,
people.
they're big. They are big, yeah.
So Solid, and they had loads of things. It just made it look like, bro, we made the wrong decision. We should have definitely just gone to Relentless. Like,
So in hindsight, you should have signed to...
I mean, hindsight is 2020, bro. In hindsight, definitely we should have went to Relentless.
Yeah.
Definitely. It is what it is.
And then how was that feeling then for you in your eye? Do you see that as a flop then? In your eyes? How do you see that?
But I didn't. I mean, it was like, but definitely saw it as a flop. I was thinking, well, we didn't flop it. But if I think about it now, we did though, because we made the decision to go there. So we did flop it.
But then it lands on you because you're the face of the product, right?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so then how is that to take? Because I suppose you're meant to be a star now. You can see over there, you're a star, and I suppose the rug's been pulled from under you.
I think at the time, it was disheartening.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yo, man,
I can imagine, yeah.
we thought we was on this path, on this trajectory, and now it's like, nah. But what I would say is, because I've always been a positive person, my manager's a very positive person, and we had built the buzz up by ourselves anyway.
Right.
So it's like, well, we can do that again.
Right.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? We can do that again.
Yeah.
We've done it before. So it's not the end of the world. It's just on to the next. Let's go. We got the rights back anyway. It belongs to us. They're not signing the option, which there's no point in them signing the option because they ain't got no money.
So they say we're not signing the option.
Yeah.
Free to go kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so we technically, Come Into My Room was the only single that was ever released on a major label by me.
Okay. Fair enough. So you leave the label and now
Leave
it's
the
like
label.
we're gonna do this ourselves.
Yeah, so then it's like, okay, cool. What's the next music video we're gonna do? Okay, we got this song Round and Round.
Yeah.
We're gonna shoot the video for that. We did that. We did it independently, and we did the same thing. Went back to radio and so on and so forth. Because we're doing it independently now, like we did before, we can start that buzz. We can get it played on radio. But at that time, without a major label, getting into the charts is pretty much impossible.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you can't release a song and put it in
marketing budget, yeah.
HMV, all of that stuff. So we did it. Buzz was still going. Round and Round was the second song that we did, and we did the video for that, and that had a really good reaction and stuff. And it attracted interest from other people that wanted to be involved as well.
And then how are you kind of funding this then? Is this just
Now that is where some of the money that we had gone into. Like, that's what we was doing. My
Right.
manager's funding it.
Right.
My manager's still putting money in.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And
is he getting paid or is he just literally funding his projects?
he's just funding the projects.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, rather than taking money for himself and all that stuff, it's like, nah, the job's not finished, the mission ain't done.
Yeah.
where we're continuing to put
Yeah.
in. Even borrowing money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just to keep the dream alive. Like,
yeah,
he
just
believes.
because we're here doing this, we know we can do it because we've seen it now.
Yeah.
So we know we can do it. So we need to keep it going.
Full Steam Ahead album, masterpiece.
Yeah. So how Masterpiece and how we ended up getting to the album was that as a result of the work that we were doing,
Yeah.
an independent label, right, called Mona Records,
Right.
run by those her name's Mona,
Right.
real G,
Yeah.
big up Mona. She was like, I want to sign you lot. I want to sign you. I've got a label. She had done a deal with Mark Morrison as well, so she had done some work with him as well. She had a team there,
Yeah.
and we was like, yeah, like let's do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we really got to work on the rest of the album. We had already done with Ricky and Wayne, who did Come Into My Room. We had already done like 3, 4, 5, maybe more songs.
Yeah.
But then it's time to start curating the album.
Right.
As a result of Come Into My Room being so popular, there's loads of people that wanted to work with me. So I was in Sweden working with producers and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it was still all happening.
And the independent label, are they giving you a signing fee, or how does it work with them because they're a bit smaller?
It wasn't about like signing fee.
They just helping with the
made
distribution
sure,
and stuff?
Yeah, so they made sure I had a place to live and all of that stuff, and they was footing the bill for that. And
Was it Edge Road, yeah?
Exactly. I was like, yeah,
And the taxi.
exactly.
Okay.
So
So they're kind of giving you money to live, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Even though I was like, yo, I want an advance so I could buy a house. They was like, nah, we ain't trying to do it. Because then at that point I had learned.
You learned.
I was like,
should
all
have
right,
bought a
cool.
house, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, that was like, all right,
Imagine
now we need...
in them days, 70 racks. Boy,
Trust
you
me,
could've
I'm like, bro-
deposit on 2, bruv.
Bro, so I'm like, yo, now, all right, if what we do an advance thing, they was like, nah, we're gonna spend money on marketing.
Right.
So yeah, we'll give you a place to stay, but and in hindsight, I think the place that I was staying cost more than they might as well just.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it's like I'm happy with that. It wasn't too much of a concern because what was more important was knowing that people were going to spend money on promotion
Yeah, sure.
and doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Especially after what had happened before.
Sure.
We know that we can do this.
Just don't want to make that same mistake.
Yeah. So what we don't want to do is get to this stage and then people can't spend money.
Sure.
And we can't take it.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get to the rim, but you can't dunk it. Like I'm saying. So anyway, I think that's a pause. But anyway,
Yeah.
So
you work on the album.
work on the album.
Can we talk about the Vybz Kartel verse? Is that at
Alright,
this
so the
moment?
Vybz Kartel verse came before that.
Okay.
Vybz Kartel verse.
Right, so Coming to My Room is done.
Yeah.
You want a remix?
Yeah.
And you only go and get like,
All right. So Vybz Kartel, how we did the Vybz Kartel thing
world
is that
boss on the...
world boss. He wasn't world boss at the time.
Okay.
Vybz Kartel started getting really popular maybe 2003, 2004.
Right.
Like his main song was a song called Tech Body.
Right.
And I remember when I was performing Come Into My Room, I would do club gigs and I would do a little bit of Jamaican. I would because I was multifaceted. I wasn't just like a R&B singer.
Yeah.
I'd do a little bit of rapping. I'd do a little bit of Jamaican DJing as I always had. And I would sing like the Vybz Kartel lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I'd sing it over like, I don't know, Dirty Wine beat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And place would go mad. Do you know what I'm saying? So I already had an affinity for Kartel. And when we were doing the remixes, the label paid for the remixes.
Right.
Right? But they paid for like house remixes and Jameson remixes and so on
Right.
and so forth. It was Omar that was like, yo, let's do this.
Right.
Cause we know what we're on.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I know I want Vybz Kartel. He had the link because my Omar was Jamaican and Omar's Jamaican in it.
Right.
So he had the link. So he's like, all right, let's reach out. Boom.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, let's pattern up with Kartel. Said to Kartel, listen, we got to keep it a little bit PG.
Right.
And Kartel was like, listen, you don't know. It's the slackness that they want.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we did it from there. So we just did that.
Did you go studio with him, or did you? Was it
No,
just...
he did it in Jamaica.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then sent it over.
And look at that now, bro.
That's the thing. And the thing is, the mad thing, and the reason why it's coming out now, 20 years later, is because it was on the vinyl,
Right.
but because the label didn't pay for it, they didn't put it on the CD.
Okay, I was just coming to that. So technically, who kind of owns the record? Because if that single was signed to
My manager.
V2, okay, so because they signed the original.
Yeah.
So I thought by default, all remixes is now owned by. I thought that was.
No, because the nature of the deal that we signed was a production deal. So they signed the production. Basically, what's the best way to describe it?
They don't own it. It's basically how you describe
Them
it.
not own it.
Them not own it.
Them not own it.
Okay,
Exactly.
so you guys own it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then what was the thought process of bringing it out now? Is that because of 20 years?
20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Right. Bare people didn't. No, most people don't even know it exists.
They don't know it exists.
Yeah, but most people don't know it exists. Because it was never really heard like that. What I did is I reproduced the beat as well, because we did it on, it was originally it was on a different type of beat, which wasn't close to the original, didn't have the guitars. And I think that kind of made it lose a little bit, because everybody just loved the original so much. And to be honest, mainstream wise, Kartel wasn't that big at that time.
Yeah.
We did it because we thought he was a G.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of times that we did that as well. But yeah, so...
And then how is it now seeing Kartel coming out and just kind of dominating and really being world boss?
It's a good look. Obviously, he went on to be the world boss and the biggest thing in dancehall. And yeah, he's the king, and it's a good look.
Do you think prison helped that? Because people love the story, the kind of incarceration and do you get what I'm saying?
I think prison helped it, but he's not where he is because of prison.
Yeah.
It's because he's one of the most talented artists in the world. Like, just going to prison doesn't help you. He turned that into a situation that was a positive for him, because he dropped tune after tune after tune, bangers. He worked out a formula. He just went ham. So it's not because he went jail that he blew up. No, it's because his work rate, even behind there, he had classics before that, and then he dropped more classics and more classics and more classics. That's the reason why. And then obviously him coming out and being able to perform them now, it's just, man, it's a madness. It's a madness.
I hear that. He's doing wireless, isn't he?
Yeah, man, he's doing a wireless.
You going there?
No comment.
I said no comment. Cut the check. You get me? Hey, I could be a hype man, you know.
Nah, listen, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see what I got on.
All right.
We'll see what I got on.
Okay, so Masterpiece album.
Yes.
All done. Yeah.
Yeah, now, Masterpiece album, we released Come Into My Room 2005, obviously.
Yeah.
It took till like 2006, 2007 for the album to come out.
Yeah.
We took a long time.
How was that period for you? Are you getting frustrated that you should be out there more? You need to follow up. You need to keep the gravy train running.
It's so funny, because when you talk about these things, I think it's because I'm a positive person, but I don't identify with those feelings.
That's a great thing, though.
I identify with the feelings of like, we're ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We did a lot of recording. We went, as I said, different places in the world. I worked with different people. I remember. So how we got the name for the album Masterpieces, I was in Sweden, and I was working with a songwriter. Her name is Kanisha Pratt, and she had written Aphrodisiac for Brandy, which is one of my favorite Brandy songs. An amazing songwriter. Yeah. And we were in a session together, and we were working on this instrumental for this song, and this I will never forget, because it was the time that really validated me as a songwriter, because we were in there and we had the melody for this song Masterpiece, and she had the line, and we were going back and forth, and we were originally singing Visions of You and Me, and then I was like, how about like, have you seen my masterpiece, and then calling the song Masterpiece? And she was like, ooh, that's good, Nathan. That's really good. And I was like, all right, that's very good. Do you know what I mean? And it kind of validated me, like, this woman is a G, like, written one of my favorite songs. Yeah. And like, so I remember that, and then that, one of my favorite songs, and then that's why I named the album Masterpiece. So
album gets prepared, comes out. How does it do for you?
The album was great. Like, so before we released the album, we released a couple of more songs. We released
What's the big one? There's another big one. Go on.
Do Without My Love is probably Do Without My Love. All right, so at this point now, we're well into understanding the fight that we have to fight against.
Right.
being a UK R&B artist.
Right.
So we're sending songs to radio, and in terms of going mainstream, in terms of like locking down Choice FM and urban radio, we had that on Smash.
Yes.
But
On a more
to try
mainstream.
to take it mainstream, bro, we was getting a mad fight. Like, for instance, with Do Without My Love, right? We went to Radio 1. Do Without My Love was a very popular song.
Big record.
Very, very popular song.
Still big record. I think it's one of your highest.
I appreciate you. Yeah, definitely. I think it's probably the highest performing one.
Yeah.
And we went to, they didn't want to put it on the playlist. They didn't want to put it on the playlist. They said, we can only playlist one R&B song. It's either going to be you or Omarion with Icebox, and we're going to choose Icebox.
Right.
And they never put it on the playlist.
Yeah.
And so we knew in the culture that it was having a very big impact. But in terms of going wider,
you were put in a kind of pigeon box.
Yeah, and there wasn't social media. There was no way for anybody to hear that song.
It was a little MySpace and that's it.
Yeah, MySpace wasn't even popping then.
Yeah.
So there was no way that we could get it like worldwide or anything other than regional. So what we're doing is, again, we're servicing it to all of the pirate stations up and down the UK. So it's all of the pirate stations from here to London, to Birmingham, to Liverpool.
Yeah.
We're doing interviews. They know
the streets all know.
They know.
Right.
But in terms of like that Radio 1 level, all of that stuff, they weren't supporting. One or two DJs would support. Maybe it might be Trevor Nelson, who's always supported.
Yeah, come on.
It might be, So, and on television, MTV Base, it got support. Do you know what I'm saying? But in terms of like mainstream, it was very difficult.
So how was that for you then when it comes out and you kind of...
It was very frustrating. It was very, very frustrating because it's like, bro, like, we're doing it. Like, we're doing it at the level required. We went to America to shoot the video for Do Without My Love.
Yeah.
We were doing the expensive videos. We were doing the music of the quality.
Yeah, keeping up to that level.
Yeah, and that's really hard to do.
But in those days,
oh my word.
How much were videos?
Mate.
20 plus?
Yeah, Coming to My Room video was 60 bags.
60 grand, yeah, bro. I remember, he's got a shock for it. Yeah, bro. I remember, like
we
this is before red cams and all that. It was big money, bro.
When we went to
jigs and cranes, like it wasn't like now, man, get a drone. Are you mad, bro?
Listen, it was peak. When we did the Do Without My Love videos, we shot 2 videos in one weekend in LA.
Right.
I think that ran us like 30, 40 bags.
You didn't have to go to LA though, did you?
No.
Really?
And that's the thing.
You could have stayed in the UK.
That is the thing. And in hindsight, I think about that because we were trying to achieve a certain level.
Yes.
As I said, at that point, there was still nobody in the UK that I was trying to compete with.
And I suppose the only markers you've got is the Americans.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
If that's how it's being done, then you have to do it like it's being done.
Yeah, so we were trying to compete with Marcus Houston, Usher. At that time, I think after that Chris Brown, and then after that Neo. So it was like those were the benchmarks. So if I have a video like Come Into My Room, we just looked, I specifically, and my manager as well, but I specifically looked at it like the video needs to, songs need to match everything we're hearing, and then so do the videos. So we were definitely spending a lot of P's.
You see, Come Into My Room was 60. Did Virgin want that back from you then?
No, when you
just make you sure.
The only way you can recruit,
go, oh, by the way, here's
how it works with recruitment is they have to recruit from royalties. If they don't recruit from royalties, then it's a loss for them.
Okay,
that's it, really. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
That's always how it's gonna work.
Okay, does the album chart? It doesn't chart.
Album didn't chart. Okay. Album came out. We had a billboard on HMV. Big up Mona and Mona Records, like
they tried
spent,
to push,
we did as much as we could. We did tours, we was up and down and so on and so forth. It was just really frustrating that we didn't get the mainstream
So
support.
how is that seeing the game being like this game is really like pay to play? Do you get what I'm saying? And that realization, the payola's a real thing.
Nah, the funny thing is that what I think we realized that it wasn't pay to play.
Okay.
It wasn't, because we were spending money.
Right.
Like, I was in a very privileged position,
right,
that the record label that I was now with, even though they were independent, they could spend money to do the right things and spend money on adverts and so on and so forth. But at a certain level, if you're not getting support,
capped.
You can't go on BBC. You can't go on. Do you know what I'm saying? You could like. Do
you think you was a bit before your time?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say no is because to this day, it's still very hard for a black male R&B artist
any R&B,
to cut through. And any R&B, but specifically black male R&B. The reason why I say that is because I think it's females, it's a little bit more palatable. And then if you're a white male, you'd get more support as well. Like, so there's been, it's a bit more easier. But just in general.
But if you're Asian, it's a no-go.
That's not true.
Man's gonna give me Jay Sean now. What?
Yeah, Jay Sean.
Yeah, but Jay had to leave the country, bro.
Jay
the
did
UK
have to leave.
weren't fucking with him like that. Let's have it right. He went, got Wayne, came back and said, "Y'all motherfuckers fronting on me. Here you go." And then people couldn't front anymore. They're like, "Oh shit,
bro,
he's turned up with his backup,
bro.
It's only Lil Wayne."
You are right, and the thing is, because I think that before Jay left, before he went over there, he had big tunes similar to like Come Into My Room and so on and so forth. So what you just said is part of the reason why after our first album Masterpiece came out, I left, because it was like, all right.
You left the UK, you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I went to America.
Right.
Same thing. Like, because it was like, what are we going to do? Are we going to spend another heavy bag?
Yes.
Doing the same thing again? We just did it. Like, and the funny thing about the album Masterpiece is that album Masterpiece was critically acclaimed. Like, people were like, yo, this album is cold.
Yes.
To this day, actually, and I'm really grateful for it because I get a lot of appreciation. Like, there are people that are artists now that will come up to me like, bro, you see your album Masterpiece, bro? Like, that is a staple in this UK R&B thing. So I'm really appreciative to have that. But at that moment when it came out and it's like, raw, it didn't do anything, it didn't chart, didn't go top 10 or anything like that. It's like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna try and ask this record label to do this same thing again, spend all of that peas again, and then what? We're not gonna get the support because we've done it. If we were gonna get the support, we would have got it on Cold as Ice or Do Without My Love or...
So is the label still staying with you then? Or does the label see it as, listen, we can't do no more?
No, the label was like, if you guys to America, we got America too.
We love that.
Yeah, they was already, like Mona was already setting up in Atlanta and all of that stuff. She was already expanding anyway. So she was like, yeah, if we're going, let's see what I go on.
And also, just a side note, just because it doesn't chart and do that, that doesn't mean it doesn't resonate with people, because I've seen it. I've seen the songs resonate. And sometimes, in hindsight, that's actually sometimes a bit better, bro, to have heartfelt records that people have probably, I don't know, it's their poignant moments in their life.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Had children, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Fell in love to that tune.
Yeah.
And you can't really put a price on that. So it's important that you know these, you probably know anyway, but
I do, and I'm very, very grateful for it, because cultural impact, bro, like, it's not measurable in the same way that the stats are.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the feedback that I've gotten, like, I know for sure that cultural
I know
impact,
for sure. I was at your show recently, and obviously you're singing, so you can't see, but you can see it in the people. They really feel it, bro. Like they feel that. So just please hold on to that. You know
no, definitely, man. It's a privilege and a blessing. And so I don't look at it like a negative. I look at it as a blessing.
And then at the time, I guess the mindset also, we got to give kudos to your mindset. Is like, I failed, fuck this, it's not. It's like, no, we're going again. We're going to do you know what I'm saying? Because some people could be deflated, like, we've done all of this, I've given my everything, I ain't done with it, it hasn't charted, I'm done. But you're like, actually, no, we're going to sort this out.
All right, so let me tell you how it went. Let me tell you how it went around that time. 2007, we released the album, you know, was popular. We also even went to Japan, released the album in Japan as well.
Okay, why? Just the demographic? You just
they were interested. They offered us a distribution deal over there. We did that. Did some tours over there. It was great. Sold units over there.
Okay.
So that was great. Spent some time over there. But the general thing was, my music was more known than I was. Right. So people would hear the songs, but because there wasn't social media, like, the only way people are gonna know you is if you're on Top of the Pops, or whatever it is, and we weren't getting that mainstream attention, love, or anything like that. The culture knew who I was. A lot of people still didn't. A lot of people thought that those songs were by American artists as well.
Right.
So that was part of what we were getting to. So we were thinking, all right, how do we match the notoriety of the songs with the notoriety of me? And then we got an offer for me to, like, go on Big Brother. I was like,
Okay, the big brother was first then, yeah?
Big Brother was first.
Okay, so you went to America though first?
No.
Okay, so just before you planned to go America, you get a call to go on Big Brother. Is this a celebrity one?
It was called Big Brother Celebrity Hijack, and so we thought it was Celebrity Big Brother, but it wasn't. It was a different format that was the first time they were trying it. It wasn't on Channel 4, it was on E4.
Right.
It was like they were taking young individuals that were talented in their fields.
Right.
And then they were getting celebrities to do a hijack of the Big Brother house. So they wanted me to be one of the young talented individuals.
Okay, so you get that offer to come and do that. But are you going in there on the premise that you think it's a celebrity Big Brother then?
No, I knew it was, but it was like, I think it's going to be good because it's mainstream television.
But at the same time, you are known by the culture.
Yeah.
You're known, and effectively you're going there as a civilian. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So how was that for you? Because it's like, hold on, I'm not, ego aside, I'm still Nathan. I've still got songs.
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
No.
Okay, so but then you're able to park that ego, which is great. Do you go?
I mean, that's how I saw it at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ego manifests in many different ways, but at that point, I was like, nah, let's. The goal was more important. The goal was to become more popular, so people know the person behind these songs, and hopefully be able to become into the mainstream.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Talk to me about Big Brother then. What the hell was that like, bro?
It was only
Where's
like,
that Elstree?
It was only like.
Was it still in Elstree?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Right.
It was only like 2-3 weeks. It was a really experimental one, and as I said, it wasn't on Channel 4, so it wasn't like it had mad viewership.
Right.
So it was kind of come and gone very quickly. It wasn't really anything really big. Nothing really came out of it. Nothing really came as a result of it. People knew that.
How much they pay you to go in there?
They didn't pay me.
Oh shit!
I didn't get paid to go in there.
Wow.
Exactly. So it was like it weren't no. That's what I'm saying. It was something that I thought, all right, let's see. Let's take the chance and see what I got.
Your goal was just I need this mainstream exposure.
Just to gain more exposure. And the thing is, you know, I also think about, like, all right then, why weren't we content with what we were doing? Yeah.
Right.
Why did we need mainstream exposure? And the reason why is because it's fucking expensive to do music.
Yeah.
Like it was unsustainable. You can't do it. Like you can't.
So you're basically running out of money.
Not even running out of money. It wasn't my money to begin with. Like it wasn't my money funding it.
Right.
It's how can you continue to sustain spending 30 bags on a video or
But you can't keep borrowing money from someone. Do you know what I mean? Because they could just turn around tomorrow and say, I'm out.
Yeah, and it's like, then what do you do?
Yeah, you have to
Do you know
find
what
a
I'm
way
saying?
out.
And at that point as well, it was like impossible to see a world where I'm doing it any differently.
Right.
Like, so for instance, at that time, you had Pow, you had Grime, and you had people that were doing music videos for 500 quid. They had started doing that, Channel U videos, right? And it was impossible to see how I could do that. I was like, I can't do that.
But there was a grit involved in that where you could stand on the road and film a video. Where you're R&B singer, superstar, you're trying to convey that in it.
Exactly. So it's like, how can I go from coming to my room and do About My Love and 60 bag videos to doing a £500 video?
Yeah. So
how does that translate? How does that even work? I think there was a way that could have worked, but it was just. I
get it though. I get it.
I couldn't compute
You're
it
at a certain level, and you need to maintain that quality control.
And that's why I say ego manifests in different ways, because that might have been ego. Do you know
Right.
what I'm saying? In fact, it definitely is ego, thinking that this is the way that we want it to look. This is the image that we want to put out there. This is what we want the world to see. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and it was like, you can't do anything. How do you pivot? Do you know what I'm saying? So the next step was...
Hold on, let me just talk about the Big Brother house. Would you kind of recommend anyone to go in there? How is it psychologically to just go in the house, Big Brother with strangers, and just, to punch someone up, bro?
I mean, that wasn't really an issue for me. What I will say is, because I was looking at it as like a PR exercise, I wasn't really fully comfortable being myself. Like I was...
Right, you're trying to be Starboy.
I was on guard. No, because there was no Starboy then. I was still just Nathan. But I was still trying to be the R&B singer. I wasn't doing much.
Every step.
Yeah, I wasn't doing much. Like I wasn't just being who I normally am.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You're calculating it more. You're thinking more like, hold on, this camera's here.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to have a knock-on effect.
it's very easy to forget that cameras were there.
Okay.
It's very easy to forget that cameras are there.
Well, it's like 24 hours a day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very easy to forget that cameras are there. But in terms of just acting without thinking,
Yeah.
I was still very like guarded. It was
Right.
interesting.
Okay. You come out the house. How is it then?
It was the same. It didn't
Okay.
have any effect at all.
But was you expecting to come out?
Yes.
To just,
No, I was expecting it to have a bigger effect. So as it's going on, it's like, I guess from the outside, like my
Who
manager.
was the host
and
at
all
the
that.
time? Sorry, I'm just trying to.
I can't even
Davina
remember.
McCall?
I don't think Davina
Okay.
was the. No,
Right,
it wasn't.
right.
I think it was Emma Willis. I think it was.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Going through it, you realize that it wasn't like the proper Big Brother thing.
Right.
Right. So then it was like, so it didn't really change much.
So how was that feeling for you? Like, because you've gone in there, you spent 2-3 weeks away from everybody, hoping to come out like, yo, and
It was like.
and it's like
It was more the
crickets.
same. It was like more the same. It was like, all
Okay.
right, cool. Let's like, what's next? What we doing?
So then, what's next? America.
Yes.
You just packed
Because
your bag.
because at that time, the album had been released for over a year.
Yeah.
We'd had Come Into My Room that came out 3 years earlier now.
Yeah.
So we're like 2007 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like the main thing that I would hear every conversation was like, bro, you should have been, if you was an American artist, Come Into My Room would have went number one, Do Without My Love would have went number one. If Chris Brown sung that song, if blah, 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 I was hearing it everywhere. And maybe, even in hindsight, maybe I wasn't hearing it everywhere, but it's the thing that I took most to heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was like, what I'm doing is of the required level,
Right.
but it's not getting the
Would you have given them the song if they wanted it? If
at that time, no,
Right.
nah. Because I was thinking like, no,
Do you know how like Neo wrote for Thingy first, Mario first, and then
yes, and it gave him the way in. I wasn't trying to do that.
Right, you
Because
wanted
my whole thing was, I never took that route in.
Yeah, that's right.
That was his. I think he was a singer as well, but that was more the route that he decided to. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas from a very young age, as we discussed, my songs were getting played on radio, so it was like.
No, definitely. Definitely known.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, and also, I wasn't just a songwriter. Neo is an incredible songwriter who wrote songs from start to finish by himself. I was a songwriter that wrote with a team of people. Sometimes I wrote songs by myself, of course.
Yeah.
But my primary focus was being an artist. So, at that point, it was just like, I wouldn't have.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You moved to America where? LA?
No, so first and foremost, we were in New York.
Okay.
I went to New York.
Why? Just picked it.
Just because at that time, that's a lot of where everything was happening in Manhattan. That's where all of the labels were.
Side note: have you done any songs with Mum? Before I forget that question.
That's a good question. No, we haven't. We perform together all of the time.
Man.
Wait.
That's not the
We
same,
perform
bro.
together all of the time, but we haven't recorded a song
Why?
together.
Explain
because
that.
we haven't yet.
Yeah, but come on, bro.
It's a good point.
Legacy, bro.
We do need to do that.
Please do that.
That's a good point.
Okay.
We are going to do that. That's
Do
a
that.
good point.
All right, cool. New York.
New York.
Where in New York?
Between New York and New Jersey, actually, was living in New Jersey.
Right. And then how is that then for you now? You're now in New York. Is the music the main thing, yeah?
Yeah,
You sit here-
music again. The music is the main thing. At this time now, we are broke. Like there's no peas. Like we're making this shit happen.
Right.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? My manager's still funding. Do you know what I'm saying? We're getting from where we're blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo, we're trying to make ends meet and like...
Where's your manager getting his money from, bro? Or do I not want to know? It seems like the brother just got the fountain, brother.
And it wasn't
the tree
fountain.
and the garden.
And that's the thing. It wasn't the fountain. We was working with limited resources, bro.
Yeah,
So,
but 60 grand videos, bro.
but he wasn't paying for the 60 grand video.
Okay.
Remember that at that point we was at V2. V2 paid the 60 grand for the video, and then after that we were signed to Mona Records. So Mona Records was footing a lot of the bill.
Okay.
So it wasn't just like all coming out of his pocket. You don't do that thing there, bro. You
Omar,
can't do that thing there,
Omar,
bro.
What's going on, bro? Yeah, I mean.
You can't do that thing there. But yeah, no, we were doing what we could. We were doing what we could.
Yeah.
But then also what Mona Records were doing at that time, they were also setting up in America, and we were having conversations with them about keeping it going. Then, No, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, is this where you make a new album then? So what's the plan? Single album? What is it?
Not yet, nah.
Right.
We were working based on what we had already done.
Right.
We were taking them what we'd already done in the UK, showing them we've got this album, this is what we've already done.
Right.
And so on and so forth. This is who he is. And I did a lot. As I said, I had sessions with Swizz Beatz. I even, this is a mad story, but I ended up even going to sing at Diddy's office because he was potentially looking at signing as well, which didn't end up working
Whoa!
out. Hey, yo!
Okay, so what happens? So Puff Daddy says, bring him in. When
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you end up in Bad Boy?
Yeah. Basically, we went to his office. It's a mad story. Let me give you
tell.
Let me give you the story. All right, cool. So, we went to the office, and he's in the office, right?
Yeah.
And we got some songs to play for him and sing. He's like, yeah, you have to obviously perform and see if you're any good. And in the room, there's a room next door, yeah? The door's open, so I can see into that room. And in that room is Cassie, and she's on a chair,
Right.
looking, right? And I had a very big crush on Cassie. At that time.
Me and you's out, all that's out, yeah?
Me and you was out.
Yeah,
Me and you was out.
Yeah.
At that time, I had a very, very big crush on Cassie. Very big. Anyway, so I'm looking, obviously I've got to focus, like obviously I'm performing for Diddy, but she's there and I'm thinking, should I go and sing over there? Should I go and sing because yo, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, I didn't, because I said, all right,
Man
cool.
was going to risk it all.
I was going to risk it all, but it doesn't stop there. I was going to risk it even more.
Right.
After that, me and the management team, we're downstairs. We're standing outside of Bad Boy. Yeah.
How was the audition, sorry, firstly?
It was cool.
Did he give you any feedback or was it just...
No, he didn't.
yeah.
He was just like, yeah, no, cool.
Okay,
All right, cool.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Go on. Downstairs.
Downstairs now. We're in the... We're waiting. He's got a row of Escalades just parked up outside, yeah?
Right.
In the middle of the road, yeah? In Broadway. And so we're just at the building just talking, debriefing and that, right? He comes out with his entourage, maybe about 12 people. They all get in the Escalades and they sit there, yeah? And they're not driving. They're just sitting there. Maybe about 5 minutes later, Cassie walks out on her ones and she's visibly upset, crying. And she walks up Broadway on her ones. So I'm like, guys, listen. She definitely knows who I am, yeah? Because I just
want to do a little come into my room a cappella.
I said,
bro.
she definitely knows who I am, yeah?
Yeah.
Because she just seen me. I'm definitely going to chirp her right now.
Right.
Yeah. They was like, are you insane? Are you crazy?
The cars are still all parked there.
The cars are still here. Just because it's tinted doesn't mean are you nuts?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. And I was really gonna do it.
Oh,
I
damn.
probably wouldn't have been here today.
And they stopped
by
you?
all accounts. Yeah, they stopped me. Yeah.
But did
I
the
mean, I
cars
was
go
still
and get
trying
her?
to get signed. He might have liked it. He might have been there ready to offer us a deal and stuff.
Listen.
But anyway, yeah. So that's my little story
The
with Cassie
regret,
and
you
that.
know, if you chase her down the road, bro.
I mean, listen. who
Okay,
knows?
so you're trying to just get out in America, right?
Yeah, so we were doing sessions, recording, so on and so forth. Then we ended up moving down to Atlanta as well.
Okay.
So we spent some time in Atlanta, started recording down there. I moved to Atlanta.
And how are you funding this? You're really literally running on low.
Well, with when we went down to Atlanta, we went into like basically like an extension of the agreement with Mona Records,
Right.
where they would fund and so on and so forth.
They're really funding you here to the end.
Bro.
Mona.
Exactly.
Where's Mona getting money from, bro?
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Mona, I need to talk to you.
What are you for?
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so and I'm very, very grateful because they was really
Yeah.
like, do you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so
go on.
go on. What are you gonna say?
No, go on.
No, we was rocking. We was in the studios and so on and
Okay,
so forth.
so
We was
Swizz
recording.
Beatz, you worked
That
with.
was in New York,
Right.
because we were.
But you're getting about. How
Yeah,
was that
yeah.
working with Swizz Beatz?
It was amazing. It was lit. There was a time where we were in the studio, and we made this song that eventually made my album, but we changed it. But the second album, it was a song that we were working on called Star,
Right.
and I remember working with Swizz Beatz and his producers Snags and Ty, and we came up with this song. I wrote this song, And I remember there was a day when Sean Garrett, who's a dope songwriter, came into the studio. Swizz was like, "Yo, play it for them." When he played it, it's like they clapped at the end. I was like, "Oh shit, this is lit."
Yeah.
And I remember that it was a great experience, and so that was good. The situation didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out because we were exploring potentially a record deal.
Right.
Yeah, with Universal, which was it was on the table. Like I went to see Sylvia Rohn, who's like the head of Universal, sang for her.
Yeah.
They were impressed and they were like, "Yeah, we want to do something." A deal was on the table, but there was a little bit of a misunderstanding in terms of because we were speaking to multiple
Labels?
Not multiple labels, but multiple people in
Within
the
the
label.
label, yeah.
It was like it rubbed people the wrong way, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
So what happened? The deal got dropped?
Yeah, the deal didn't happen.
How frustrating is that, bruv?
It's so funny because in this time, bro, I was so oblivious. I don't feel like I wasn't really paying attention. That's so mad. When I look back on it, I was just like, all right, cool, what's next?
Okay.
Like, what's next? I wasn't really paying attention.
And then, like, you worked with Flo Rida, Rick Ross.
That came after.
You know what I mean?
Rick Ross was on the first album. So Rick Ross.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So Rick Ross
So
and
he's perked up. He's like, what?
all right.
He
So
don't even know, bro. Bro, I'm trying to teach you this shit, bro.
So on the first, I was the first person in the UK to do.
There you go. Huh.
Huh?
He sounds very different on the record, though.
He does, because that was Every Day I'm Hustling Rick Ross.
Yeah.
So all right. So this is what it is. Yeah. Me personally, there's been a couple of times where I think this person is gonna be a star, and I want to work with them.
Early doors.
So that happened with Vybz Kartel.
Yeah.
It also happened with Joe Budden.
Right.
So the second song that I released after Coming to My Room was Round and Round.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did Round and Round independently, and we did a remix for Round and Round. I had a choice of Fabulous or Joe Budden. I was like, nah, I want Joe Budden. And Omar was like, "Are you sure? Because Fabulous is fabulous." I was like, "Nah, I think Joe Budden is gonna be sick." And I was already trying to rap like Joe Budden. On Coming to My Room,
Yeah.
the rap that I did on Coming to My Room, I was trying to rap like Joe Budden anyway. So
Right.
I thought he was gonna be very, very big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that was 2005. we
Yeah.
did Round and Round with Joe Budden. Then when we were doing the album Masterpiece, we had the chance to work with Salam Remy, who is
Yeah.
a legend, and we did Rick Ross on Cold as Ice as the remix.
Yeah.
Well, as a part two, and yeah, that was lit as well. I tell you a regret I have from that. That one we were together, so I was in Miami
With Rick Ross.
with Rick Ross, with Salam Remy, and when Rick Ross came in and was recording his verse, he was like, "Yo, we got the Phantom outside right now. We should just film this shit right now." Like, he wanted to do the video there and then,
And yeah.
and we didn't do it.
But could you have, though?
Yes, I mean the way he wanted to do it, you know, them man there was just obviously
Hustling every day. I'm hustling.
Yeah, like so they were just running and gunning with the cameras and that. Where I was thinking, if we're gonna do it, we should do it like how we've done everything else
Yeah,
big
but
and
it's
blah blah
there,
blah.
innit?
And it's there, so that was a regret. I like because he was on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was them ones. But that was before I'd actually moved to America.
Okay.
So that was
And then the Flo Riders later, yeah?
Flo Rida's later.
And then is there anyone that you could have worked with that didn't, like any collabs there?
Yes. All right. So
Do tell.
okay. So this is all right. Flo Rida was in 2009.
I want to know that story, but go on.
Before Flo Rida, when I was in America and I was in Atlanta, this was my 2008. There's this new artist that me and my boys, when we was in England, we was listening to. I think he's gonna be big and so on and so forth. We bucked him in Atlanta,
Right.
Yeah, and I was talking to the team because at that point it wasn't just my manager Omar. Now Mona had expanded their team, so
Right.
there was more people involved, right? So I was saying to them, and Omar was actually still in New York at the time. I was like, I think he was still in New York, but anyway, I was like, yo, we need to do a song with this guy. Trust me,
Right.
Yeah? And they was like, we're not doing features at the moment, bro. Like, we're not trying to spend like this. Not just an unlimited pit. I was like, yes, I know. How much? They was like, they asked the price. You can get it for 5 bags, yeah. That's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's very cheap for features. He was the guy, and he was blowing up. But we didn't do it.
Right.
We were working on a
He's
song.
Give me some big name in a minute. I'm just waiting.
We were working on a song.
Bomb to drop.
I had a song called Superwoman, and I was thinking maybe we can get him on that one, or there was other songs,
Yeah.
but we didn't get him on it. And yeah, and it was Drake. Yeah. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah. On a level.
What? And you met this guy?
Yeah. We was I think we was in a club called Tongue and Groove. I think it was. But yeah, we was in the club, spoke to Cortez, who was managing Wayne at the time, but was also managing him at the time as well.
Drake.
Like, and this was before So Far Gone had even dropped. Like
So
proper.
early.
Very, very early. Best I ever had was Rotating, and I Just Want to Be
But
Successful.
that was big enough, innit? Best I ever had.
What? Yes, but you got to remember, before Best I Ever Had really came out, it was promoing for a very long time.
Right.
Then it got signed properly.
Yeah.
Then they did the video. So I'm talking about before the video came out.
But
before
is that the song you heard? Like, I want this guy.
I heard Best I Ever Had, and there was a couple of other songs, and then also I'm sure I Just Want to Be Successful as well with.
And you're
him
there
Trey
with
Songz.
Drake, and he goes, "You can do it for $5,000."
Yeah.
And no one wanted to cut that check.
Yeah, they were just saying we're not doing features at this time. Like,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying?
How does that make you feel now? Fast forward.
There's even another one. There's even another one. Flo Rida with Caught Me Slipping with Flo Rida, right?
Yeah.
I originally, when I was recording that song in Atlanta,
Yeah.
we were in a studio called Tree Sound Studios,
Right.
Yeah, which is an amazing studio, owned by some really amazing people. We met run by some really amazing people.
Yeah.
Marley was one of the runners, and another guy called Groove Chambers, who's an amazing producer as well.
Yeah.
And we was in there, and part of the Mona Records, Mona Alice management team and recording team was a guy called Ali Sami, who's a G as well. He'd been around, he managed a lot of different
Right.
people. One of his artists that he used to manage was Little Mama, yeah?
Right.
So she was in the studio with us,
Yeah.
right? So we was all there. And she was like, give me a second. So we was working on Caught Me Slipping, right? She was like, give me a second. She went downstairs. She came back upstairs, and she was with Lil Wayne. So she brought Lil Wayne into the studio, right? So now Lil Wayne's in the studio, and he's just like this, and he's just like writing in his head like this.
Yeah.
As I'm writing the song, as he's hearing the song, because I've already recorded it, and I'm like, yo. So I'm going to them, yo, he's here now. Like,
Right.
What are we saying?
Yeah.
And he's writing to the song.
Right.
And again, it was like, bro, no features at this time. Let's just
do you mean
continue
no
building. Like, let's just build. Yeah, no, because
Are they in the room at the time with you, or are you just texting
we're all
them?
we're all there.
And
like,
they can
we're all
see
at the
Wayne sitting there?
Yeah. But what it is that the thing about America is that it's always like that. It's always
you catch him again. You
that studio Tree Sound, everybody was in there. Like Drake recorded a lot of his first album in there. Ray Shrimmered, Mike
There was no
Will.
convo to get Wayne on there. He was just jamming to the
Nah,
tune.
there was no convo.
So no one even said, bruv, you want to just bless
Nah.
get me? You want to just...
Bro, yeah, again, because I was like, guys, what are we saying? And that's
So you
who
could have had Drake and Lil Wayne on separate tunes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bruv. That is mental.
Yeah, those, so, and that was,
How do you sleep at night, fam? You get me? Man, we're having
what was-
nightmares now, bro.
and what's mad is that was before Jay Sean as well. That was before Down and that. But what happened was, by the time, what was frustrating is that that same song we ended up getting Flo Rida on, and they spent, it wasn't my money, they spent a lot of money on Flo Rida.
That you could have got those two. You could have got Drake or Lil Wayne for the same fee as Flo Rida. Ouch. Less.
Probably
You
less.
could have got Drake and Lil Wayne on separate songs for less money than Flo Rida. But the Flo Rida was big though for his time.
I was very happy to work with Flo Rida.
Like-
Like Flo Rida's a G, and at that time, so because the Flo Rida thing happened after these.
Right.
It was might have been a year after.
Yeah.
So that was in 2009 where.
Mona had to re-up the money, you get me?
No,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Yeah.
We always talk with love and respect about Mona and Mona Records. They've done amazing things for me.
It's banter,
Like,
it's banter.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I it's the
Yeah.
utmost respect. But anyway, in 2009 now, we did the Flo Rida thing and we did the video, and then we decided to come back to England because it was nothing really had happened. We had close calls like the Universal Records thing and so on and so forth, and if I'm gonna be completely honest, Mona's a G, she always was, but members of their team, I think, wanted me to move away from my manager, Omar.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So
they were just trying,
put a wedge in
yeah. They weren't trying to put a wedge, they were basically saying, yo, like.
Enough's enough.
Not even that, they was like, well, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're spending the peas or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of wanted me to they wanted to just not have to answer to anybody else. But I wasn't going to do that, innit? Like, I just thought that was disloyal to the person that was responsible for where I was. And also, it wasn't like we had done necessarily anything wrong. We just hadn't had the reward for the work that we had put in. That's how I looked at it at the time.
And then how was it seeing, I suppose the only British guy to do what you were trying to do was Jay Sean, right? Mm-hmm. So how was actually seeing that? Was it like, hold on?
He's a G.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But I also felt...
Someone's done what you were trying to do, can I say it like that? Do you know?
I also felt like we wasn't trying... I also felt like he was doing something different than I was trying to do anyway, though.
Okay.
So I felt like, but I didn't see it as we were trying to do the same thing.
Because on the surface, it looks like R&B guy from England has gone to America and bust, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess it was. It was, innit? It is. But for me, when people from the UK, I always look at it, I remember at that time, it was like, it's hard for anybody in the UK to go mainstream. And it's like, I support Arsenal, yeah? And...
Even though he's from South London, but anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. But yeah.
That's a different podcast.
That is a different podcast, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see it as we're on the same team.
Right.
So like, are you gonna battle a man because they're in the same team as you, or do you want the team to win?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, like it's a good look. And again, I didn't see it as, I don't know. I just thought he's different to me, innit?
Yeah.
So English people, in general, so not a mad sweeping generalization, but sometimes it can be a crabs in a bucket mentality. I've never looked at it like that. I'm looking at it like we can all win, innit?
Yeah,
like, do you know what I'm saying? And I think
one's done it, then the other can do it.
Yeah, and I think that there's certain people in the music industry in the UK that have exhibited that. Like Mega Man with So Solid, he had that. It wasn't just a him thing. He's bringing through. Wiley had that. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's usually people that their thing is more about bringing in other people and thinking that it's not just me. We can do this and so on and so forth. So it was a thing where, there might have been, I want to do that too. But it's not like we can definitely. Doesn't mean just because he doesn't mean that I can't. In fact. It makes it more likely that I can do it.
Yeah.
So,
I hear that. So Flo Rida, working with Flo Rida, how was that?
So Flo Rida was a G. He wanted me to do some like touring and stuff with him as well, which we didn't end up doing because we obviously were still trying to go back to England to kind of release this song. But yeah, Flo Rida was very. He's a good person.
Have you seen a video? He sued some water company or something. He sued a company for like silly millions.
Yeah, like 82 million or something.
And then
he won.
He won. And then
have you seen the video? He started sipping a drink and the thing.
And then he won the court case. And when he's giving the talk at the end, he's drinking their drink, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He's a G. That's a very good trolley move that he's just done there.
Yo.
Yeah.
And there's like a Fat Joe story where like Fat Joe was at a place and he's doing a show and they're saying like Flo Rida lives opposite. Call him over, we'll give him like 20, 30 grand or something. And he calls Flo Rida and says, do you want to come? It's like a bar mitzvah. And he goes, do you want to come and do the song? They give you 30 grand or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's not enough. He goes, yo, it's just walk across the road. And he said, no, I ain't doing it. Silly money.
That's what I'm saying. So, you're dealing with different. But what I will say about Flo Rida is that he's very, very humble.
Yeah.
Very, very humble guy. Like, complete pleasure to work with. like that whole process. We ended up doing the video in Miami.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money on that as well. The record company Mona spent a lot of money on that video.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The thing about what happened with that is that we ended up coming back to England and saying we're gonna release this music.
Right.
When we did the Flo Rida, now this is 2009.
Yeah.
When we came back and was about to release this song, Flo Rida had just gone to #1 with Alexandra Burke.
Right.
They had just been #1.
Right.
So we've come back to the UK now.
Perfect timing.
Said we've got this tune. This is great. And what we got met at with like Radio 1, 1Extra and so on and so forth, they were like, 1Extra specifically said, you should have basically blown the song up in America first. We're not supporting it. Like we can't just put it on a playlist. You don't have a fan base and all of this stuff. I was like, bro, like what?
Mad. They wanted you to start from scratch, basically.
Yeah, like I was like, oh my days, really? Like, and Flo Rida just went #1. We've just got another thing that's like,
yeah,
this is a good, what you would look from the outside as a good package.
Yeah.
I put in the work in terms of in the UK, but at that time, I had been gone for a couple years. Then you've got people like N-dubs that just kept on plugging away, that kept on doing their things in the meantime, had rose to prominence and so on and so forth. So people that they was like, yeah, nah, like you ain't got no fan base and we're not
Do
playing.
you think they're frowned upon because you left the country? Like, oh, you left to go and do your thing. Why are you coming back?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I think that might have been part of it. And it was like, oh, raw, like we've got a package that we think is good enough to go. And again, not support. It was like, oh, this is mad. Like, what does man have to do?
Man's got Flo Rida on a tune who's just at #1.
Yeah.
And
literally, he was at #1 the month before.
So what do you do then?
So what we did, again, shout out to Omar because it was his idea. He was like, bro, if they're telling us we ain't got no fan base, then we need to go build a fan base.
Okay.
And he was like,
is there a video to the Flo Rida tune?
yeah, we did a video. We did another 60-bag video for
Who's from Mona? Hey, I'm gonna sign to Mona Records.
Yo, trust me. Listen.
Mona Records.
Bro, we did another.
Who else of Mona got signed, by the way?
I'm not sure at the moment. I think she just. No, it was just me.
Passion project.
That's trust me, it's just me, bro. Like,
Mona's just bored with bare
you know what I'm
beats.
saying? So, you're a joke.
That's true.
But yeah, nah. And that's why, as I said, I'm always forever
wait,
grateful. Oh, big up you. It's this thing, bro, because I'm doing a madness right now. But yeah. It was just, so anyway, so we come back now and it was like, yo, they're telling us they're not supporting the song, not playlisting it. So we need to build a fan base. Now we know, you can't tell me I don't have a fan base because I know the cultural impact I've already made.
Yeah.
So what you're basically saying to me is mainstream wise, I don't have a fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the culture know who I am. Like, and they know, and I'm embedded already.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying mainstream wise, nobody don't know you, so we're not doing it. So what we decided is, all right, how do we curate a mainstream fan base?
Right.
And we decided that the answer to that, I say we, it wasn't my idea. It was like, it was my manager. He's smart guy. He's done it multiple times. And it's like, let's go on some tours with some popular artists.
Right.
So what we ended up doing was going on tour with JLS.
Okay.
Yeah.
And JLS are big at the, yeah?
JLS was the biggest thing in the UK at the time.
Right, okay.
So we did a tour.
Yeah, arena tour.
An arena tour, yeah. We had to negotiate to get on it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because just before we ended up doing that tour, that's when my dad passed away. It was a mad couple of months, a mad couple of months. He passed away like in the October the 1st.
Right.
And then the tour was started in the end of November.
Okay.
So it's a mad time.
Yeah.
It was such a crazy time for me. And
you just got to put on a brave face and just...
Yeah.
Because the tour's not stopping, is it?
The tour's not stopping. And we knew that it was a good idea. And we had to pay to get on that tour.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I know that. You've got to buy on to get on tours.
So like, to get on that tour.
So if a JLS is touring, you can buy the slot at the start. And how much is the slot?
20 bags?
Yeah. And then you got to pay for your own travel and tour with them, right?
Yeah.
And own hotel.
Yeah.
And you tour the dates. and then you come on before them,
Yep.
and sometimes the crowd's not even in.
Yep.
Really, they're getting
Yep.
drinks or whatever,
Yep.
whatever. Do you know what I mean?
And you want to.
and there's different slots, and they're more expensive,
Yes.
right?
So what would happen is they had, I think they had 3 opening acts, and they would rotate who was the last one right before
Right.
JLS.
Who was the other acts?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I can't remember. One was, I think they were called Rough Diamond. RD, yeah, Rough Diamond.
Right.
Shout out Rough Diamond. They were girl group, sick. And then another one was a indie artist. Her name was Indi. But anyway, so we would.
I know Vida went on tour with them. I know, is it MVS went on tour with JLS?
Yeah. No. Yeah, NVS. Oh yeah, NVS as well. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
my
don't
thing,
mind.
brother.
See?
And then Vida was on tour with them as well.
Yeah, you
Girl
got.
group,
Yeah, V. Oh my gosh, Vida. That was the second tour though. You're right though.
Yeah.
You're right. I remember Vida. Big up Vida.
Yeah.
Oh, we remember Vida. Anyway, no.
Man
Big up-
said big up Vida.
No, don't do that, bro. I'm just saying, big up them. Don't do that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Big,
yeah.
big them up.
Yeah.
They were G's.
Yeah.
Big up them to this day. Anyway, so yeah, you're right though.
Yeah.
But there was 2 tours. So we did the first tour in 2010, and then we did the number 1 in 2011
Right.
with JLS. So what we did is at that time, that's when social media started to kind of pop.
Right.
Yeah, and Twitter. Got on Twitter. I had like 3,000 followers on Twitter. After that first JLS tour, I had 33,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, of course, because you put it
And-
on the big screen. Everyone follow me in the crowd right now.
Yeah, and it was like, and
But
that's
that's a
when,
lot younger fan base though. Is that necessarily the fan base you're
Exactly.
aiming for? Do you got?
Well, it was at the time
Right,
because
okay.
because they was telling us we didn't have
But
a
does your
mainstream
music-
fan base.
Does your music reflect that fan? Do you know what I'm saying? That fan
It
base.
didn't first,
That's-
but
yeah.
then that's what. You're asking great questions.
Yeah.
You should do this for a living.
I should sponsor me, bruv. Mona, sponsor me. Mona, bankroll me. Come on, man. Put in a word, bruv. Tell Mona. You know
So
what I'm saying?
listen. So anyway,
I'll sit there in Treehouse and interview whoever it is or whatever it's called. Yeah, go on.
True sound. But anyway, so what you're saying is correct. So Flo Rida, the Caught Me Slipping with Flo Rida was more of a mainstream sounding song,
Right.
And it was just a more up-tempo type song, right? But when we were doing the JLS tour, it was like, we were recording at the time when we were doing the JLS tour,
right.
and just before, and we know we're going on tour with JLS. So now it's about, we need music that's gonna relate to that audience as well. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just to pause you, I will say you're actively changing your sound and direction to cater for mainstream.
Yes.
Some may say that's not the way to go. Do you get me? Because you're not
100%.
being true to your artistic self.
I mean, in hindsight, I would completely agree.
Okay.
I would completely agree.
But I guess when you're chasing the dream, you gotta jump through the hoops, I guess, of what is expected.
Well,
and you've been doing it for so long, I presume that's what you want. Your end goal is that, right?
or you do the same thing again and get the same result.
Yeah.
So it was like
that.
we could have continued. I mean, where do you go when you make the album like Masterpiece and you have the Do Without My Loves and the Come Into My Rooms and them type of songs? Do you just try and do that same thing again?
What the
do you try and
point I'm
evolve?
trying to make is there's artists that have just successfully had that career and built a niche audience. Do you get me? And there's people like Ryan Leslie, for example, that only cater for that niche audience. And when they break down the maths of a tour, they own all that record, and what they don't need to sell 1 million records. They just need to sell like 10,000 records,
Yes.
and then actively become millionaires.
Definitely.
Do you get? That's what I'm trying to.
The caveat to that is, see, from 2005
Yeah.
to 2012,
Yeah.
that's when the industry was changing like that.
Right.
In terms of, we had done it independently
Sure,
as an
sure,
independent
sure.
artist.
Yeah.
But in terms of monetizing
It was a
as
whole
an
different
independent
game, wasn't it?
artist, there wasn't that. Like the advent of social media and so on and so forth, we could have definitely done it, as you said, right? But we were independent artists before there was monetizing of independent artists in that way. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
And kind of also you're going from, I guess, R&B to pop then?
I said-
Can we say that? 'Cause
Yeah, you
R&B
can. It was more
some,
poppy.
some would say it was dying down, or it just wasn't what it was.
I mean, I still consider myself R&B. So
Yeah.
but it was more.
There was definitely a change of trend in regards to what was being played, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we were trying to make songs that were gonna have an effect over here on UK radio.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, we had done Come Into My Room, we had done Do Without My Love, we had done Round and Round, we had done Cold as Ice, we had done Masterpiece. Those songs weren't getting, so we need to be a bit more Do you know what I'm saying?
Can I just talk about one of my favourite tunes?
Yes.
If I don't, then it's
Of course
it's
you
a
go.
part
What
I
are
have
you
to.
talking about? Of course.
I'ma have a hangover tomorrow. Said, oh, I'll smash. Because when I party in the club,
Go hard.
Jesus, don't fucking
So this is the thing. So I appreciate
My
you.
tune.
I appreciate you. But that was one of the songs that we did as more of a.
I think that was that previous. Didn't
No.
Oh, Hangover's coming.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, perfect segue.
So that was one of the. So it wasn't like man was just trying to make pop music.
Hangover, bad.
For me personally, yeah, bro. When I was doing music, if you listen to the first album, there's songs that were more like pop leaning anyway. Like,
Right.
I had a song called "You Make Me Feel," which is like a pop record.
Right.
Another song called "Everybody Needs Somebody," that was like a pop record.
Yeah.
Another song called "Kiss Me," which was like pop R&B.
Right.
So I was still doing R&B, and then
Just
I also
fusing,
wanted.
yeah.
And that was on the first album.
Okay.
So I was still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I still wanted to make songs like "Hangover," which was like a more like I was just trying to be me. However, without a shadow of a doubt, we were definitely more trying to tailor make.
Yeah.
It was in my mind when I was in the studio, which to a certain extent was giving me anxiety. I would have never described it as anxiety because I didn't feel like I was in it, but it gave me almost like writer's block because you're thinking like, oh, you got to adhere or you got to be so on and so forth. So it did have an effect. So as a result of that, like when we were working on what became the second album, it was definitely geared towards how do we maximize on this audience that we're building.
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And we would record all different types of songs. I was still recording R&B songs. I was still recording slow jams. I was recording everything.
Yeah.
But in terms of what we thought would make sense to push,
Hangover was my thing though.
and Hangover came after Diamonds. So
He's laughing. I'm telling you, Hangover was the jeez.
So before Hangover, when we were on tour with
Give him my thing back. Man
Dashed
got
it on
gassed and dashed the Donkey Kong. Yeah, go on.
So when we were on tour with JLS,
Yeah.
got a really good reaction, and started promoing this song called Diamonds.
Right.
That was produced by the Beat Freaks. Again, one of the first people in the UK to work with Beat Freaks. Big up Beat Freaks. And we did Diamonds. Diamonds started to get a really, really, really good reaction on the tour before we even released it.
Right.
Yeah. Again, it's another record that what was happening now is when we're doing that song on Radio 1 and all of that, we've got thousands of new fans that are calling up and requesting that song now.
Right.
So now we're doing what they
Telling
said.
radio, yeah.
We're doing what they said.
I bet they come up with some next excuse now.
Bro, they still said.
Yeah.
There was a time when we were listening to the radio. I'll never
annoying.
forget this. I'll never forget this. Yeah, we were on the radio. We were on tour, and Diamonds was being promoted, and I think maybe it was. Who was it? I think it might have been Reggie. I think it might have been Reggie that was on Radio 1. But anyway, whoever it was, they were like, "Yo, like, can the Justin Bieber and the Starboy Nathan fans stop calling in?
Okay.
Like, stop requesting the songs."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, well, ain't that what we're supposed
That's
to be
what
doing?
you want, yeah. It's
Do you know
fan-
what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, cool. So it was mad. And again, obviously, when I went on the tour of JLS and all that stuff, that's when I kind of did the whole Starboy thing and changed my name and kind of, as I said, leaned into trying to build a fan base around that.
Frustration must have been through the roof, man. You've got everything on paper. How many times do you have to keep doing this, man?
Yes. That's the story.
How does that keep your mental psyche? How do you keep it positive, man? Because you seem like a positive guy, but surely there must have been some times you just smashed the whole room up, bro. Like,
I mean,
I've done everything you motherfuckers want.
It's true. I never really got, I don't know, man. I never really got, I was always quite positive.
Yeah.
It was definitely frustrating, but I never really got like,
Yeah.
I realize now, like, that it came to a point where we're going to get deep and philosophical and I'm moving forward a bit, but I didn't really feel like Nathan unless I was like releasing music and stuff. So in the lulls, when I was working on music and we was doing all of that stuff, it was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I was just waiting for when we got to release the music and that. So I definitely know that. But it was definitely very frustrating.
Just to touch back on Hangover, because I have to, video is outstanding. When I remember watching the video, this guy's taking the piss, bro.
Thank you, my bro.
It's just an amazing video.
Thank you, my bro.
With the truck and just everything about it.
Yeah.
How much was that video, bro? Because that looked
that was
like another 60 bagger, bro. You get
that
me?
one, I think that was like Like a 30 bag video and that. It wasn't so, like we shut down Chinatown. We did like we did bare things, bro. Like we had
just looked like a fun video, bro.
It was very, very fun, bro. Like it was fun. It was very, very fun. And again, like after the Diamonds video, we did the Diamonds video, and then Hangover was like, let's really. We were continuously going all out, bro.
Okay, one thing I picture from that is Wretch is on the tune.
Yeah.
Is this when Tractor's coming out for Wretch?
Yeah.
So perfect timing.
Yeah.
Is Wretch in the video?
Yeah.
He's in the video. Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool. So that by itself, again, you got a similar Flo Rida thing. You got Wretch, Tractor. What did that chart? What was that number? Wasn't it? It was up there.
Remember. It charted well.
So Wretch is there. Your song comes out. You got Wretch on the tune.
Yeah.
Big video. What?
So let me wait, because we're jumping. Diamonds came out. Diamonds came out, right? What happened was radio didn't support it.
Right.
Yeah. So what we had to do, yeah, is we were on tour with JLS. I don't even know if I want to give away the cheat codes, but what we did, yeah, is, and again, I think it was Omar's idea. He was like, we need to Capital Extra. No, not Capital Extra. Capital won't playlist us, right? Even though we're getting loads of requests. So let's buy adverts on Capital.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we bought adverts on Capital. Yeah.
What a genius idea.
And what we did is midweek it charted number 20, independent.
Amazing.
Yeah? So 20. we're thinking, all right, guys, they must put us at least on the C list, at least on the list now.
Yeah.
Still, they didn't.
Right.
Yeah. So we still didn't get no playlist. Then it fell to number 23, but still finished at number 23 on the charts, like independently. Yeah. Still not getting no support. Even though we've just gone from 3 to 33,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
We've just killed the whole tour. We've got this song, that's a banger. Like, it's just not getting supported in the same way. Then we go, all right, then we're going again. We're going to hit them with Hangover now. We got Wretch. Wretch is currently just did his thing with Tractor, blah, blah, blah. I even think Don't Go.
That was
which went number 1.
I think that was after,
I think it came out. I think Don't Go had already come out.
You could be right, because he was signed to Ministry, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I think Don't Go.
Anyway, he's out there, innit? He's landed, isn't it?
Come on, man, Wretch is Wretch.
Right.
Yeah? So we do the video for
Hangover.
Slipstream.
Come on.
Now, this is what they tell us now. We can't playlist this song because it's talking about alcohol and talking about having a hangover. So we're not playlisting the song. It's not getting playlisted.
Do you think the game's rigged? Because it definitely sounds like it's rigged.
I think that. Do you know what I think? I think that what it showed me, and this is back then. This is back then, so I don't want to apply it to now.
Right.
But you can have peas and you can be spending peas, but if you're not massaging the right relationships, or if you're not connected to the right people,
What about who you know?
if they're not in bed with you, then people are pushing buttons based off their relationships.
Yes.
Based off, favor for a favor. So you might be signed over here with this person, and this person needs a favor from this person, and this person's going to say, all right, we're going to plug this in for you. You do this for me in return. So
I know first-hand labels will say, if you want our big artist records, you have to play our other artists.
So because we weren't really connected to anybody, it's just us just doing it.
Yeah.
So there was no real reason for them to support.
Right.
Why would they push the button?
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then again, at this time, we weren't monetizing it ourselves. It wasn't like we weren't going direct to consumer in the way that I would be now.
I guess it's lovely now where you can build your own fan base, release your own, and just
do it.
Just do it.
Yes.
And we are gonna come.
But the thing is as well, and there were other people doing it at the time.
Yeah.
They were doing that, like as you said, like the people that I looked at, N-Dubs 100%, because remember they were happy doing videos that were lower budget, but they're feeding their fan base. So they could do it and they could be sustainable with that, and they built, and then they kept on growing, and then they built, and then do you know what I'm saying? So, and then you got people like, I always think about it, what if I just did like cheaper videos and then just kept on banging them out?
But what if is what if, innit?
Yeah, I know, but it's just something to consider, innit?
Can you live your life as what ifs?
No, but it's just something to consider.
And then fast forwarding then, so you're still trying to do your thing, getting shut down left, right and centre. Is this when X Factor comes?
So yeah, so after Hangover,
Because this really spun my head.
after Hangover,
Right.
we finished the album. It was called 3D, Determination, Dedication and Desire. It was definitely geared towards the fan base that we had built up. And again, didn't really do much. And
Is this with Mona still?
yeah, it
Right.
was still Mono Records. And then it was like, all right, yeah, we can't just keep on doing this, obviously.
Right, so now you're coming to the
Right,
to
so
the
then it was like,
crossroads.
then we got the offer to go on X Factor.
Right, where did that offer come from? Is this the JLS thing that you're doing?
No.
the tour, or
They just, what happened was, you weren't ever able to do X Factor if you had management. You were
Right.
never allowed to do that.
Right.
And then the first year that they changed that rule,
Right,
they reached out to us.
right. So the show reaches out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people realise that. I know this firsthand. A lot of it is predetermined in regards to like come on the show. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They reached out.
It's not. Are you kind of told how far you're gonna go? Or
No.
This
They
just
just
like,
said,
come
come and audition.
And you thought, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Did you not think, hold on, I'm Nathan. This is
Nope.
not going to be a good look for me.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Because again, if I thought that would be ego. And my ego didn't work like that.
That's amazing.
It worked in different ways. I'm not saying that there's no ego there
Yeah.
because same way that in these times, there's times where I didn't have no money personally and I didn't go and get a 9 to 5.
Right.
And that's because of ego.
Right.
So my ego worked in
In
different ways.
Because I remember you got X Factor and just like everyone was just shocked. What the fuck?
You
is
say
Nathan?
everyone, but
Well,
that-
it was from bro. Okay, the streets or the culture was definitely shocked, bro.
100%.
What the
100%.
fuck is Nathan doing?
100%.
Auditioning for
So-
X Factor.
so let me
in
talk-
front of these guys when he's brought out tunes. Because in our eyes, you are a success. We don't really check for charts. Do you get what I'm saying? If your songs are being played,
Yes.
you're lit, bro.
Yes.
You know, we've been playing your records. We know Nathan, innit?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So then to see you go on X Factor and audition, man was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to
Most
say?
definitely. The reasoning we used behind it, because it was a decision between me and my manager. Well, he left it to me. He's like, yo, what are you saying? It was like, we've literally done everything
You've
else.
exhausted every avenue,
We've
yeah.
definitely done everything else. We definitely can't just go keep asking Mona for money and all that
It,
stuff.
it looks like you can, but
We really couldn't, because
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
that we were doing, it was like, it was to generate, do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it was generating, but it definitely wasn't generating what it was supposed to generate. So it's like, we just can't keep on doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? And what do we need right now? We need to be able, because what you got to understand, what people don't understand is that I was making a cultural impact, but that didn't mean I was making money. So I'd make money from shows and stuff, but in terms of turning it into sales, it wasn't turning into sales.
yeah.
So you can promo a song and be on tour and all that stuff, but if the song comes out and not many people buy it, then it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're making a cultural impact, but you're not actually making any business sense.
Yeah.
So what it was, the people that was consuming the culture or it wasn't a large majority or a large percentage. So it's like we need to be widening our scope and selling so people can actually.
no, it's a good vision to have. It is a good vision.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we need to.
We just didn't. I just didn't understand at the time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course, nobody did.
Yeah.
Nobody did. So much so that I had to make a video like kind of explaining, because it was like, bro, what the hell are you doing on there? What are you? You're you. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's true, but what people don't understand is that, like, the people know who I am, or certain people know who I am, or a certain demographic know who I am, but I can't monetize that.
And I guess it goes to show how much the culture was with you and how much we saw you on a high, like.
Definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I thought that, so there was a couple of things that I used as a reasoning. First and foremost, I started in a talent show, like, do you know what I'm saying? All those years ago, I was like, yeah, I did it before, I'll do it again. And also I said, what do I want to gain from it? If I do it, what do I want to do? I don't need to win. All I need to do is get to the live shows and sing for people each week, just so they know who I am. If I do that, that puts me on a level where everybody, like a lot of people will be aware of me.
Yeah.
And then I can actually sell music to those people.
Do you think chasing the mainstream took you off your target? Took you off your, like what you would, do you know what I mean? Do you think it?
No, because that was my target.
Okay.
Like what my target was.
You wanted that. That's what you really wanted.
My target was to be able to sell music to the masses.
Yeah.
It was never to be like a niche.
Okay, yeah.
Act. Do you know what I'm saying? It was to be like, bro, as I said, I was always trying to compete with Usher, Chris Brown, and all of these people, Neo, and all of that. So I'm like, well, I don't just want, do you know what I'm saying? I want to be worldwide. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So how do I do that? I just need as many people as possible to see what I'm doing, so then I can, you know what I'm saying, sell the music to them. Who
were the judges that year? I can't remember.
Judges, I believe, Gary Barlow.
Okay, that era.
Nicole Scherzinger.
No,
Nicole Scherzinger, Tulisa.
Okay.
And who was the other guy? Why can't I remember? Louis Walsh. Louis, yeah.
Did you know Tulisa before?
Yeah, of course. We've done bare work together.
So you know Tulisa, she's a judge.
Yes.
How is that when you walk up then? Do you feel like you got a little way in there? You got a little...
Yeah, but she didn't get a chance to kind of judge me.
Why?
Because... No, maybe she did. No, she
did.
She did. When we did auditions, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah. And Tulisa's that's my G anyway. Like we did shows together from 2005 and 6.
So how is that for you? Obviously, it's good for your ego that you're now being judged by someone that was effectively with you on stage. Like
yeah.
And some may say you at one point was bigger than.
Yeah.
And yet you're cool with it.
Yeah, I was, bro. I didn't care. Like,
were there any private combos with Tulisa? Like, yo,
no,
come on, man.
No, there wasn't.
But why not though? Life is life, bro. You got to do what you got to do,
because
man.
I think that
I'm ringing saying, listen, tomorrow I'm on stage, you know, I'm looking at
yeah,
nod, you get me?
But I know what it is. I know Tulisa's mindset. So she was naturally like that anyway. So it didn't even need to be a conversation.
Okay, fair enough.
She's naturally like, come on, she knows what time it is. Like, we got to get to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So
did she admit that she knew you? I don't know. I can't remember. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, is that
I
a
can't
bit
remember.
of a...
I think she alluded to it, but we didn't make it like a big deal or anything like that.
Cool.
Because for the mainstream don't know. Because this is the thing. For people that knew me, they knew who I was. But there was such a large majority of people that didn't know who I was at that time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So and at that point, X Factor was an introduction for people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For real.
So
you get quite far, right? Live shows?
I didn't get to the live shows.
Did you not get to the live shows?
I didn't get to
you
the
got
live
right
shows.
near there though, didn't you?
Yeah, I got to the judges' houses.
Annoying.
It was peak. It was peak.
Who was your judge?
Nicole Scherzinger.
How was that, bro?
Nicole Scherzinger, she was very nice. It was cool. It was good.
Yeah. Is that what you want to say, cuz?
Yeah,
the pussycat doll there, you get what?
Yeah, bro, listen.
Because you were trying to chirp Cassie about half an hour ago, you get me, bro?
No, Cassie was definitely more my type.
Okay.
But yeah, Nicole Scherzinger was a G. It was all good. I feel like when we were at Judges' houses was in Dubai, yeah? And just before...
Man said Dubai, you know, not even local.
Yeah,
she went to Ireland, bro.
She did her thing in Dubai.
Yeah.
And we were there, and I just remember, while we were there, they gave everybody a mad contract. Mad contract to sign in it.
Right.
That had a lot of stuff. And now, obviously, I'm not dumb. I've got lawyers and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got management. So I'm like, this contract says stuff pertaining to past work.
Right.
Ownership of past work and all of this stuff. And I'm like, nah, I don't know about that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I weren't trying to sign no contract without having my team look over it.
Right.
So I said, what I did actually, I called my manager. I was like, bro, they gave me some mad contract, bro. I was like, obviously I'm not signing it. He's like, yeah, obviously, but yeah, we'll see what I go on. And it was a paper document, and it was a thick paper document. I was like, right, this is nuts. Okay, cool. I'm not signing that. What we'll do is when we get back to England, if that, like, do you know what I'm saying?
And everyone else has signed it?
Yes, everybody else signed it.
So that's why you got thrown off?
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying that.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying that.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying that.
But the people that went through was Jarmeen, who was a
Oh
dope
yeah,
singer.
yeah. I remember that.
James Arthur, who ended up winning.
Okay.
Who's another G. You know what I'm saying? And then Rylan, who's the radio person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the TV personality now. So
Did Rylan have the minerals to go on the live show
Oh,
in regards to singing?
I mean,
So you was there and the £1 fish man was there.
was that the same show?
I'm the one that took him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Was that the same one?
It must have been because what are you laughing for, bro?
That's mad.
Yo, this is mad. So the £1 fish man, I used to I interviewed him and stuff, and he was like,
he was managing him. Okay,
I
big
wasn't
up your
managing
chest.
him, but
No, big up your chest.
Nah,
Shiz. Oh,
I helped
I
him.
see.
I helped him. Pax.
Yeah.
Pax, I helped him.
Big up your chest.
I'm on the X Factor reel with him, standing
oh,
next
you
to
was
him
there.
with Caroline Flack. R.I.P.
Yeah. Big up Caroline.
And
Yeah,
Dermot
yeah.
O'Leary. So they basically called him, and his English wasn't that good, didn't it?
Yeah.
So he asked me to help him. He said, "What is
Okay.
X Factor?" And I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's really good, bro.
Yeah.
Let me handle the calls." So I was handling the whole calls.
Yeah.
And then they told us to come,
Yeah.
and we went there, and then they said, just act like you've been queuing all day.
Yeah.
That broke the barrier. Stand there.
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline's gonna come out in a minute and talk to you.
Right,
Everything
yeah.
was staged.
Yeah, of course,
Everything.
Yeah.
Go and have Nando's. Come back at so and so. Let everyone else queue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to help him. You know what I mean? I'm talking in language, trying to help him and stuff. He does the interviews with Dermot, with Caroline, everything. Take us backstage. Got Nando's, took us fast track to the backstage. Yeah, you're going on soon, and Rylan was there.
Yeah.
So it was us and
Okay,
Rylan.
so yeah.
And Rylan had blonde hair.
Okay.
So it was the whole day. And I'll rate Rylan for one thing only. Because on the side when he went on stage, they were like, we want you to go on stage, but we want this guy to come up with you and do your makeup like he's your friend or something. And we want him to do your makeup on stage, so you're like a diva.
Yeah.
And he wasn't having it. He was like, I'm not doing that. And they were like, no, you should do that. Like
And he's no.
they were trying to create a narrative.
100%.
And I'm standing there with the £1 fish man, yeah? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was Rita Ora was there that day.
Was she?
I
Okay,
think she
so
was
this
a
the
guest.
auditions. Okay.
I think it was a guest. Yeah, it was Rita. I think it was Rita.
Yeah.
And then basically, Rylan said, "No, I'm not doing that." And I rated him because he held strong on that.
Listen.
And they said, "All right, then don't do it."
He's a G, and he's followed his thing as well. So.
No, I rate him, but
Trust me.
singing wise,
Yeah, but the thing is,
respectfully,
but it's a show, and
Yes.
it's obviously about more than singing.
yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think yeah.
But just to be clear, you didn't sign the contract. Everyone else signed the contract.
You know what?
You got sent home.
I don't know who signed the contract.
Okay.
Let me
But
not
you
even
didn't
say
sign
that.
it. No, you don't say it.
I'm not speculating. on-
Allegedly. Everything's allegedly, by the way.
No,
It's
no,
for
no. I don't-
entertainment purposes only.
I
I'm
don't
making
know.
this up.
I don't know if everybody signed it while they were there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But all I know is that, and do you know the funny thing is, you see, if it didn't have anything pertaining to my past music,
You would have signed it.
probably.
Yeah.
I say that, I'm chatting rubbish, because I would have still had to know what because they do
you
some,
can't give 'em the
they
Flo
do some
Rida rhythms,
720 and they do some crazy, but all of that's previous work. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't give him the Flo Rida for nothing. You can't
previous
give
catalog-
Simon the Flo Rida.
It was like ownership of past stuff. It was crazy. So it was like, nah, but
Who was the guest judge in Dubai when you was...
Neo.
I was Neo?
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that for you then, when obviously you were singing in front of Neo?
That was crazy, and there's another reason why that was crazy. The reason why that was crazy is because there was a time in maybe 2007 or something, way before that, maybe 2008 or 9, where we did a show together in like Hammersmith Palais,
Right.
and I opened for him.
Right.
Yeah, and it was a really, really good show, and I got a really, really good reaction because Do
you
About
met
My
him and
Love
stuff?
was very popular. Yeah.
Right.
However,
Right.
one of the guys that was filming the content that day was in with the management of Neo and their thing, and he was like, he's cool with us as well. He was like, bro, do you know that after the show, after your reaction on the show, they was like, Neo said he doesn't want to be on any other gigs with you, because
Because you were that good?
yeah, this was in like 2008 or something, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I already knew, and I was thinking, I didn't believe that story like that. I was like, it's cool, isn't it? But I do remember, because we did know people that knew his camp and that, innit? So it was like, raw, can we see what the deal is? Like, can we put a word in and so on and so forth?
But I can understand that mindset. I've worked with Americans that come over. I've met Neo, but if the support act is getting that much love, do you really want him to be on tour with you?
There you go. So there was already a little bit of like, and now it's like, now I'm here, and then when I'm on there, they've asked me to sing his song. I'm like, I don't want to sing his song.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it was what it is.
They asked you to sing his song.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
I said.
I
said.
As in like on the spot.
No, they were like, this is one of the songs we want you to do. I was like, nah, I don't want to sing that song. It's like, well, have it as one of the songs. You can obviously, because you can do more than one song. I was like, all right, cool. So
I made you sing it.
Yeah. So
how much of that show is scripted? How much percentage of that show would you say is scripted?
When you say scripted, what do you mean?
Like what you're singing, the direction you're going in, everything. How much is pre-selected?
I would say it's heavily directed.
Yes.
Like heavily directed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So as you said, same thing that happened with you and One Pound Fishman. Like I went to, they asked me, they said, can you come to audition in Manchester? So I had to drive to Manchester.
Yeah.
And then same thing in the queue, but didn't queue, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So they did that, and they had the storylines that they knew that they were, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. In that way, I'd say it's heavily produced, heavily directed, and heavily scripted.
James Arthur wins it. Do you feel that's justified? Obviously, he's gone on.
Yeah, he's a G. Yeah. He was very, very good. The only thing I was just pissed that I didn't get to live shows. I just wanted to be able to sing week by week.
Because once you're live, it's fully down to the audience, isn't it? Like
exactly.
No one can say nothing, innit?
Exactly.
It's like if I'm out, I'm out. But
so when I didn't get through to the live shows, I thought to myself, it didn't make sense to do it. The only way it made sense to do it is if I got to the live shows.
Yeah.
Everything else is like, this is dead.
So do you regret going on it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, regrets, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm not even going to say I don't have any regrets. I've got loads of stuff I would do differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I'm
if
happy
you could
with where I
rewind
am.
the clock, would you go back on X Factor?
Would I go back on X Factor? No.
No.
No, I don't think I would.
Okay.
No, because knowing what I know now, I know I'm not willing to sign no contract like that they were going to put in, and you have to sign that contract.
Right.
So then there's no point in going on it.
Okay, yeah, at the show, then what? Are we back with Mona, or is Mona now
No.
departed?
So after that point, it was like, it was a thing where we had exhausted
every possible avenue.
Yeah, like, so it wasn't a thing where, so what happened was, I just feel like we did everything we could.
Yeah.
If I wanted to try and,
Like you fought for what, 15 years, 10 years?
Yeah,
at that point, 10 years, I'd say.
At that point, it was like 9 years.
Okay. Let's just round it to a decade. You fought everything. You fought long and hard. You really tried it.
Yeah. And then I was still making music. I was doing whatever I was doing, but it was like.
Now you're fully independent.
Yeah.
So now, how are you making money now?
I wasn't really making money. I was doing shows here and there. Do you know what I'm saying? But that was it, really. Do you know what I'm saying?
And you're living back in Croydon?
I wasn't living in Croydon. Where was I? Where was I? There was a couple of bits. There was a point where I was living in Beckenham. I had a flat there, then I had one in Canada Water, near where my big sister lived, and I was living with my big sister for a little bit as well.
So you're just doing shows, trying to get by.
Yeah.
Are you trying to bring out music then, or are you a bit defeated?
Always working on music. Always working on music, and the goal was to get into a position where man can. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was even a point where me and my manager had gone down to Jamaica as well, because obviously I'd always had a little bit of Jamaican in my music and that I wanted to explore, and we was like, yo, that's a good way to do it. Like if you get like the right song on the right rhythm and blah blah blah, like Jamaican music will always cut through. So we would spend some time down there as well. We was there for a few months and then came back up. And then at that point it was like, in my point, I was like, bro, to my manager, I was like, bro, obviously I love you, but I think we've just done everything we can do.
Big up Omar though, he rolled it to the end.
Bro.
You get me? Ride or die, bad boys for life. You get me? Mike Lowry.
And that's what I'm saying.
You get me?
And we still got a very good relationship to this day. Because I was just like, do you know what it is?
You were done?
No, I wasn't done. It was just like, I think that we had done. No, I just kept on doing what I was doing.
Like you're just done with that. It's just time.
It was just, yeah, because it was, there was so many times where I think that we I think that we got the formula right. I think that we had the formula correct.
Yeah, there's
and
nothing else you could have done.
All we needed was for the gatekeepers
to open the gate.
say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we had done that at least 4 or 5 times where we got it right. Just let man in.
Yeah.
And
they didn't.
Nah, they didn't. And then it was like I didn't want to continue. I didn't want to continue trying to strategize our way in, because I think Omar is a very gifted. He's a very gifted strategist. He does it now. He's got artists that he like. Do you know what I'm saying? So he continues to do it, where he strategized an amazing way in. And I was like, bro, I don't even want to do this strategizing thing. I just want to make music now. Like, I don't want to.
I'm just fed up with that. Yeah.
I don't want to.
Back to the essence.
Yeah, I don't really want to try and strategize and okay, we're in the studio, but the song, bro, this song's not gonna work on radio.
It's not gonna work on radio.
This song is gonna, bro, F all that. I just want to make bangers. I just want to make songs that I like.
It's just when Omar gives you a receipt from like 10 years and goes, brother, could you just deal with that for me, please?
Exactly.
I
mean, fortunately, he never did that, bro. He was like, all right, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? And like,
Omar, Mona, these people got peas, bro.
Bro,
and this is the thing. Boy.
And when you check it, like, I've been really privileged to have people that have invested in me and believed in my talent.
Facts.
And actually, like, it's so. Yeah, man, like, it's a mad thing. It's a thing that I'm very grateful for. And because without them, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have the legacy or impact that people say that I've had, which I'm very, very grateful for. So it's not just because, like, honestly, it wouldn't be possible.
And then psychologically, how is that to deal with when you were there, man? You were on the cusp. You could almost touch it and get it, because I know artists that haven't even got like that, and it does damage them psychologically. They had a taste of it and they couldn't quite get there. So
after that, I feel like there was times after that, especially after, where I had to.
After's
really
coming, but yeah, go on.
After's coming.
Yeah, don't think I don't know, by the way.
Obviously, come on, man, we all know.
Yeah.
So, but that's when I started to really analyze everything. But at that point, I was just still like, all right, cool, man, let's go. Like, we're in the studio. I had a really good relationship with the Beat Freaks.
Yeah.
So we were working, like, they would send me stuff. I would go in the studio with them.
Yeah.
I'd be writing. There was a point where I had taken a trip to LA again.
Yeah.
We was out there with the Beat. I was out there with the Beat Freaks, and we were working with different artists. I had an artist that I wanted to work with, like an amazing female singer that I thought was dope, that I wanted to kind of bring into a situation as well. So I started trying to branch out and that. So it was, bro, we were just grinding. That was it. And then making money from shows when I could make money from shows. And
then obviously, what happens next?
So
you appeared to go down a different road.
I went down a different path. I didn't go down a different path. So as you can hear, the whole time there's never been no other job. I've always only done music.
Yeah.
And I've only ever solely been paid from music. Right. And so what? 2014?
Well, that stops then. The money's coming in, I guess.
Yeah, it's just slowing up.
Right.
It's just slow because ain't nothing going on.
Yeah.
And I could still go and do stuff. And to be honest with you, it wasn't the end of the world. I think it was my ego that made it feel like more of the end of the world.
Right.
So what I mean is, I still had cultural equity. I still had like a name and people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I could have still made things happen.
Yeah.
So,
are you depressed at this moment? Like, is there a bit of depression in you? Because even that's understandable. Getting all that, and it's just
not. If I was, I didn't know.
You didn't know it.
So,
do you think you was looking back? Because I know what happens next, so I'm just
maybe.
Okay.
But bro, I think I'm a bit of a. I don't want to say. I've just always been a very positive.
Optimist.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
Optimist. That's I hear that.
Bro.
I respect
so it's never
it.
been.
I love that. I actually love that for you, bro. Because anyone else would have fucking gone do fucking lally 5 years ago. Do you get me?
Which is and one of my close friends.
100.
One of my close friends said that to me.
Yeah.
Like that, they was like, bro, do you know you've been through enough? Like,
the
do you know what I'm saying?
mud, bro.
But Yeah, I just always saw it. I was like,
Okay.
I definitely didn't identify as depressed at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Man was just working. I was still enjoying life. You'd still see me and it'd still be vibes.
Yeah.
I'd still bucking the man then, playing FIFA. We was outside. We was going shows.
right.
We was doing what we was doing. So I was still just living, bro.
Right.
So I wasn't depressed, locked in a room, not seeing nobody.
Yeah.
I was living life. So I don't think anybody would have told you that I was depressed.
Fair enough. So then what happens next?
So then what happens is, was it 2014, 15 or whatever? Again, I'm still doing music. I'm working back and forth with people like Beat Freaks and other producers and stuff. And then like one of my guys or somebody that I know was like, bro, like you're Nathan, bro. You know, bare girls, you know, man you could get some, you know what I'm saying, you could get some people to get some money in your account or something, give some accounts and that.
Pause that for a minute. How is it with the girls? You're an R&B singer. You look a certain way. You're singing to the girls.
Yeah.
How is that whole thing for you? 10 years? Or can we just highlight that?
What do you want to highlight?
Well,
bro, we're out here, innit?
yeah.
Like,
You're out here, like,
yeah, man. Nah, I mean, yeah,
are
man.
you like with someone or you not? You just have enjoying your life?
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
What are you doing?
so when I first came, when I was like 16, 17,
Yeah.
when I had my first proper girlfriend.
The one you wrote songs for, you get me?
No. The
Oh,
one I
okay.
wrote songs of was actually before that.
Right, go on.
Yeah. And we were never really super duper official. We were, but we weren't.
Right.
And then when Coming to My Room popped off, I actually was in a relationship with a
Right.
girl that I had met at sixth form, a really wonderful person. She was a G.
Right.
But I was just obviously taken up in the whirlwind, and I was doing a madness. And she was like the first ever person that I'd been with, like properly. So I was like, I just thought it was a given that, well, obviously we're not gonna be together forever.
Right.
Like, so like, I need to,
Yeah.
I need to be outside, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, but I didn't. I went like that. But yeah, man. It was. I learned a lot from being in that relationship as well, because she was a really great person. But because of where I was, like, she got a raw deal, bro.
Yeah.
She got a raw deal.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the feeling of, like, you know what I'm saying, giving somebody a raw deal like that.
And then just being like known in the culture, known, do you know what I mean? How was that fame with girls?
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Have
bro.
you got a football team of your own that you wanna?
Nah. In fact, though, what I will say is, I'm an affectionate person, but I definitely wasn't as outside as I could have been.
Right.
Definitely not.
Right.
Like, obviously, I did my. Yeah, we could.
Should we just leave it at that then?
Yeah, I did my thing. However, like, I only had kids 4 years ago. Like, so.
Okay.
Like, I was
Careful.
actually, I was very good actually. And I wasn't just out here just slinging dick. You know what I'm saying? I was still. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
Are we leaving that out?
No, we're good.
You know what I'm saying? I was
You need some more drink?
yes, please. I was conservative is probably the best
Okay.
way to kind of.
And are you dating inside the industry? I'll ask that one, innit? And then
It's a good one. I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Were they publicly known or was
No. We ain't. I've never been on.
Was you with someone for a prolonged period of time that was in the industry?
No.
No.
I just had friends and acquaintances.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That like you don't want to name.
Of course not. What? No, we can never do that. Nah.
Okay, cool. I had to ask that. Right, back to the other story. The guy said, have you got girls? You know
No,
girls?
it was just like, bro, like, if you need peas, then let's just get some girls to kind of use their accounts or whatever and blah, 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 take some peas or whatever. I was like, I didn't understand the nature, because as you know, well, as you might have known, I was not in that life
Right.
or anything like that. So I was like, well, I don't need to ask anybody else. I can probably just make it look like I got paid for some shows and stuff. Just use my account and so on and so forth. And he was like, no, you would never do that. I was like, why not? Like, I could do that. Like, you sure? No, don't do that. But then I decided to do it. And
So you said, put money in my account. How much was it?
It was 20 bags, but I only got 5.
Okay, for doing it.
Yeah.
And then you take out the 15 and give it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And you just did it once? You did
Yeah, just once.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
And you just come on top?
Yes.
For 20 bags? I thought, do you know the way it was in the papers? It was like it was some big ring, some big, you know what I mean? He's shocked that you even went prison, do you get me? He's thinking, I didn't see that coming. But
the thing is, I think everything happens for a reason. So obviously I didn't know where the P's or anything was coming from. I just knew that I was just using my account, yeah? And obviously it's gonna be stolen goods. We know that. So
so someone transfers the money into your account?
yeah, that's
Okay,
all I know.
and you take it out and
all
give
I
them
know,
the 50
it's,
keep on.
bro, it's like 419. And now this thing, I wasn't aware of this stuff. I didn't really
What's
know.
419?
All right, you don't. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know. But it's a term in it for this type of thing.
Right.
But I wasn't really aware of it in it. So I
Okay.
was just like, all right, cool, let's just go. So
I know about details and code 10 and all of that.
I don't.
I
And
don't
this is the
either.
thing.
Allegedly, I've
No,
made it
but-
up. I made it
No,
up.
I didn't at the time.
Entertainment purposes only, you get me?
I didn't at the time.
Allegedly.
I didn't at the time. So,
Okay.
So anyway, so I've done all of that now, and honestly, I only got like 5 bags. I used it to go do more music. I was in the studio. I was recording with people and so on and so forth. I went back to America for a little while. I was even recording. I was writing for Tatiana Ali, yeah, from Fresh Prince,
Will Smith, yeah.
which is another madness
Yeah.
because that's another childhood crush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Nothing, because I was in a relationship at the time.
Okay.
But nothing happened.
Okay.
But again,
That's sick though. Tatiana Ali, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great. So anyway, so where was I?
The details,
Bro,
in
anyway,
America.
so then it actually comes on top where man gets arrested. I'm like, oh,
Arrested back here, yeah?
no, I was in America.
And they arrested you in America?
Yeah.
Over 20 grand?
Yeah, so basically what happened was they didn't arrest me in America. I'm chatting rubbish.
Man saying
wait,
it's
wait,
like Interpol for man.
Wait, wait. I'm not, no. But what they did do, they
Yeah.
did come for me in America though.
Right.
So what happened was, this is a mad thing. FBI came to link me in America.
FBI?
Bro.
FBI?
Bro.
What Pablo Escobar are you doing, bro? Come on, bro.
So I said, what, like, but they
the
didn't mention
FBI
any,
found you in America?
yeah, they didn't mention anything about it. They were just like, yo, you've overstayed your welcome.
Right.
As in, no, they basically tried to find me. All right, so when I was in America, I was there obviously doing work in it, like as in writing, songwriting and that.
Yeah.
And I think I was there for maybe a month, but my ticket was only for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
But I extended my stay.
Right.
And I was gonna obviously book a return flight. And I was staying at the Mondrian Hotel, and then
Big hotel.
Yeah, and then I went to my boy's house, my boy Lamaika's house. Yeah, and then I was staying at his house. But when they came to find me, I wasn't at the Mondrian, which is what I put on the
Right.
visa
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They just saw my contact at my boy's house, and then they went to my boy's house. So when they come to link me, they was like, yeah, you're not where you put on the form,
Yeah.
and you've got an open ticket, you haven't got a return ticket right now.
Right.
So technically those are 2 violations. So we're gonna need you to go back.
Right. And you're not thinking nothing about the...
Nah.
Okay, so you go, okay, cool, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Go home.
But they put me on the plane though. That same day. It wasn't like, oh, just go back whenever you're ready.
FBI
It was
put you
like,
on the plane.
yo, like, yeah, you're going back today. So I'm
Mad.
like, right, this is nuts. When I go back now,
Do you have to pay for your own ticket? I'm always curious about this.
No, they
You
didn't.
don't-
No.
Yeah.
Nah. So anyway,
That's,
so
there's a cheat code there for people not joking.
yeah, just
don't
break
do
the
that.
law to get a free ticket.
Don't
No
do that.
thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Right.
Anyway, where was I? So come back now, and they're at the airport waiting. Like, yo.
Police.
Yeah. So I was thinking, all right, cool. I thought I could bust it. Bro, I haven't done anything wrong. When I went in there, right? Because I was still living under the delusion, if I'm really being honest. Because they started mentioning bare names. Like, I'm like, I don't know these names. Like,
Yeah.
so it made me feel even better. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So I was thinking, all right, cool. They're trying to link me, but then they was like, do you know that this money is going to this place and this place? They was saying some crazy stuff. They were linking it to mad things. And I'm like, well, no. How would I know any of that?
Right.
Like, no. Do you know what I'm saying? So then from there we just...
What, they cuff you there and then? Take you out the airport and cuffs?
Did they cuff? So sorry, the story I was telling was when we were at the police station just now. So that's after that. So they weren't questioning me at the airport.
Right.
But they cuffed, man. I don't think they did cuff me. No, I don't think they cuffed me.
Okay, arrested for fraud, yeah?
Yeah, receiving criminal funds.
What do you get for it?
So, all right. So they did like the pre-sentence report. Obviously, it's my first offense. I'd never been in any trouble ever. And they was like, well, we don't recommend any like jail time or anything like that. However, what was happening is it was part of a ring. So the people that were running this operation, they were scamming bare people, elderly people.
Right, did they all get caught as well?
Yeah.
Oh, they caught the whole ring.
So they caught everybody. So bare people, they were scamming elderly people, again, which I wasn't aware of. And it's like, okay, you're part of this. So what happened was...
Affiliation.
I had a separate trial because it was just for me. Did I receive criminal funds? That's all I got charged with. But when I got found guilty, then they put me, when it came to sentencing, they put me with everybody else. Like I'm just part of this, like I'm part of the organization.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And then everybody that got caught in the organization was getting jail time. So it's like, but then what they did is because I was on X Factor and I'm who I am, I'm the face of the whole story.
Right.
Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So it was like, bro, I'll never forget because I had a hard time with people not knowing the truth of what actually happened. So there was a lot of times where I considered doing like press releases or speaking about it and doing videos. And then I realized that I feel like I would have been making a mistake that I had made before, which was considering the perception and putting the perception of how things look before what's actually going on, which I think is what partly led me to being in that place in the first place, because I was considering how everything looks. But everybody around me, even like my old manager Omar and all that, was like, bro, like everybody thinks you were scamming grannies, bro. Like you were the part
that was
of the
narrative, like big criminal ring.
So it's like
Nathan.
Yeah.
And the ironic thing is, you're trying to get mainstream your whole life. Yeah, I lie. And now here you go. Now everyone knows this fucking Nathan, the singer from mainstream.
There you
like,
go.
the singer from. Do you know what I mean? How fucking fucked up is that, bro?
Exactly.
That's what
something
you've been trying to get your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got it by. Do you know what I mean?
From a one move, but I got good people around me. I got good family in it. And I remember one of my uncle Muji and my mum came to see me. There's loads of people. Like there was a lot of good things and a lot of like even like big family meetings happened because I've got a supportive family, and it was like I just started to realize, how did I get to this position? What did I like? When you get to a place where you'd make such a dumb decision?
Yeah.
Where, if I'm gonna be honest with you, as I said, I had cultural equity and I had family. For 5 bags, bro, I could have just asked people for 5 bags if I needed it, and I didn't really need it like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Especially I was just staying at the Munji.
I was making my way. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like it wasn't really. It was more. I feel like it was more of an ego thing.
Right.
Like to not want to ask anybody for help, to not feel like I could go and get a 9 to 5. All of these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I needed to think about like, why was I even thinking like that?
How long did you get?
So it was 20 months. Yeah. But obviously you do kind of like half of that. So I was supposed to do 10, but I did 6.
Where?
Belmarsh.
Yeah. Explain Belmarsh for those. How was Belmarsh for
Belmarsh
you?
is the...
For someone who doesn't look like he's criminally, do you know what I mean? Doesn't look like you're from that world. You're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It was nuts. But it was mad. Like, Belmarsh is like the highest security prison in the whole UK. So imagine doing that and you got cellmates that some of them are doing 27 years and that, do you know what I'm saying? So it was mad. It was a mad experience. But I'll be honest, when I got found guilty, it was like, it's my first offense. I might not go jail. I shouldn't really go jail. Like in terms of the sentencing guidelines, I should get suspended sentence. So I was thinking, listen, whatever happens, God wants to happen. if I get off and I don't have to go to jail, then it's like, woof, woof. But if I do, then obviously that's what God wants to happen. There's a lesson here for me to learn. Because I was thinking, bro, you see what it is? I feel like it was a punishment because I had considered image so much before that. So imagine we done through this whole 10 years, like what you just said, trying to build up a certain image and being so concerned, even with like X Factor, when people were thinking, why have you done that? I was so concerned with how it looked that I had to do a video to explain why I've done it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so when that happened, then that's why I'm not doing the video again. I'm doing the same thing again. I have to explain again. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was just it just made me think I was so caught up with like the image and how things have looked that God showed me, yeah, I'm going to strip all of that away from you, bro. Like now you can't think about, now you have to forget about perception, bro. Because now you got the worst perception you could possibly have.
When you got that sentence, what was that like, the realization? Like, shit. I suppose
raw.
a big chunk of you was thinking, I'm not going to jail.
Nah, no, that's not true.
Oh, it's not true.
No, that's not true. Nah, it was definitely 50-50. And at that point, remember, it was already in the newspapers. It was already like boom, boom, boom. So it's like, it was already peak. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you could or you couldn't. And I wouldn't dare have thought, nah, I'm not. I wouldn't have let myself do that. So.
And then what type of things are you seeing in prison?
Normal things that you see in prison, bro.
I don't know. Please explain.
Just prison shit, bro. Like, yeah, just prison shit.
What's prison shit? Okay, what's the worst thing you've seen in prison?
That's snitching, bro.
Is that snitching?
You can't do that.
Mr. X did this to Mr. Y.
No. Yeah, you're right. No, just, you know, like people get. I see man get. I see a lot. I see man get. All right, so you know, like they do like sugar water in the kettle.
Sugar water in the kettle, yeah.
Dash it on somebody. I've seen that.
You've seen that.
There's other stuff. There's stuff.
People have said spooning and shit like that. I've heard.
I don't know what spooning is. I don't know what that is. So we need to
taking a package out of somewhere that shouldn't be. You get me? And then there's stories in there. I've heard like people can get anything they want in prison: phones, food.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that.
No, but you see all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everything's possible.
I was trying to be a goody two shoes. I was trying to get home as soon as fucking possible.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do as well is I wanted to learn my lesson. I felt like the reason why that happened, bro, like, it was so funny because people say to me, the one move that you've done would end you up in Belmarsh.
Yeah.
How dumb are you? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's like that, and to me, the fact that it went so extreme was for a reason.
Right.
Like, it's like God was showing, bro,
don't play with me, yeah.
Yeah, and stay out of this lane because you don't know anything about that lane. So, do you know what I'm saying?
So are you getting in trouble in prison, or like are people trying? I mean,
no. I was cool, to be fair. Belmarsh is like south, and obviously I went school in south. I went Forest Hill Boys. Obviously, I'm a South London boy.
But do people know who you are, like Nathan?
Yeah, so I had people that know words. Yo, Starboy, yo, boom, 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 banging up the gates, and that, it was mad. And then I had
Because you got the press thing as well, so people probably know. Do you know what I mean? There's like a notoriety around you, I guess.
I wouldn't call it like that, nah, because you ain't getting notoriety for bloody.
But do you know what? I'm just saying, like, you're in the press, innit?
Yeah. People knew who I was in that, and then I had people that I knew that was in there, which was a positive.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's still, but I think jail is still very unpredictable. Yeah. Anything can happen at any time. Yeah. So it wasn't a feeling of comfortability.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't that. I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, man, it was it was an informative experience. My thing was, whatever happens out of this experience, this was before I went jail. Whatever happens out of this experience, I don't want to be back here again, and I want to be able to learn from the experience in it, because this is a drastic thing to have happened to me, or that I've brought upon myself. Yeah. So let me make sure that I come out of it the other side a better person. So that was my goal. That was my focus.
And then coming out, new outlook.
Yeah.
I mean, how was that first coming out and people think, oh, that's Nathan from, he's done that now. Like, that overshadows. Did you feel like that's now overshadowed all that work you've done? 10 years of work, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I had to let go of all of that. That's my point. My point was I'd spent so much of my life considering the perception of Nathan and the entity of Nathan or Starboy or whatever it is,
Right.
that I had to let go of all of that, because realistically, that's an image anyway. That's not me, the person.
Yeah.
That's something that has been created. That's an image that has been created through good things and through bad things, but it also isn't me as a person.
Yeah.
So I had to be able to, so the lesson that I learned was for me to be able to detach myself from the identity, detach myself from Nathan that does music. Like, I'd been doing music the whole time. So it's like, and then for the last half of my career before then, just like what you were describing earlier in terms of kind of doing it for the wrong reasons. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like trying to strategically, because we had done it before, we were trying to strategize our way to the top, and it was like feeling like you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Innit? Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's like I need to let go of all of that. And then just be me. Just be Nathan that doesn't need to release.
So what year you come out?
The same year, 2015.
2015, okay. So then bring me up to speed then.
Was it 2015? I'm gassing. It's 2016.
Okay. So bring us up to
15 or
speed
16,
then.
one of them.
You come out, then what? You back on music?
No.
Just
I
time out.
was writing music when I was inside, but what it was is I wanted to not do music for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? There was a part of me that realized that after a while, remember I told you earlier that people saying, "Raw, you should be this, yo, bro, your music should have been number one."
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
That definitely started to play a heavy part in what I was doing when I was making new music.
Right.
And I felt like that's the wrong reasons to make music.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I still love music and I was still recording music, but I wanted to be happy in life.
Right.
Without having to release music.
Okay.
What I realized about myself in that time was, as I said to you before, if I wasn't releasing a song, I didn't even feel like Nathan. I didn't feel like, do you know what I'm saying?
But now you feel like...
Now it's like, no, just be a person, bro. Like, just be happy, just living. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like before that whole thing happened, I realized that I was trying to control everything. I was trying to control this path and do this and strategize this move and do this to make everything happen. And I feel like it was just trying to control everything too much. Do you know what I'm saying?
So where did you find that happiness then? What did you find it in?
So, in just being.
Okay.
That was the point. Not having to do something to be happy.
Right.
Not having to achieve this to be happy. I was reading books. My boy recommended a book to me. Shout out, that's my business
What's the
partner.
3 best books for anyone out there?
The Alchemist.
Yeah.
The Alchemist it's a story book, but what I learned from The Alchemist is that I was always trying to control my path. And by always trying to control your path, you'll miss what's there for you.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the road might call for you to turn left and right. You can't really know what your path is. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I realized that, yeah, I just wanted to define my path and say, no, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. And
Do you think you missed what was there for you by chasing that mainstream dream?
yeah, potentially.
When you had the culture fan base?
Potentially, the only thing about that is that back in the day, like very back in the day, 2005, between 2004, 5, 7, all the way up to 10, I don't really know what we could have done
Differently.
what I would have done differently.
Yeah, I hear you.
Apart from making a couple of different decisions, maybe going to a different record label, like, I wouldn't have said,
Yeah.
like, I'm happy to do a different type of, I was specifically trying to make a specific type of music,
Yeah.
reach a specific type of fan base, and this was the way to do that. So I was like, maybe there was another way, but I didn't know it.
So you find yourself, you feel like you're happy away
Yeah.
from music. So where does that bring you in music today, 2025?
There's still time between 2025 and where I was when I came out,
Okay,
because
go
it's almost been 10 years.
Right.
It's been 10 years.
So what have you been doing then?
So basically, like, because you asked about the 3 books, like Alchemist was
sorry,
the
go
main
on.
one. No, it's cool. Alchemist, and as I said, there was times before where I wouldn't want to go there left or right, right? So one of the things that I learned was you can't really control. My uncle's a spiritual guru. His name is Muji. If you Google him, he'll come up. He does bare spiritual quotes. He's a very
Man, a spiritual episode. You get me?
Nah, it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah,
And I remember when I was in jail, he came to see me, and I was like, "Unks, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record the album. I'm gonna do a documentary about this whole thing. I'm gonna build the studio. I'm gonna document it all, and then I'm gonna release the album." He was like, "That's great, or not."
Or you could just not.
You might do this, but I also want you to know that it's okay if you don't. So I don't want you to be attached to anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Not just your goals and dreams, but the attachment is what I want you to try and learn to not need. Do you know what I'm saying? And that was a spiritual learning that was powerful, because attachment is what gives humans purpose, whether it be attachment to family, attachment to insecurities, which then become maybe dreams, goals, and aspirations. All of these things is what give people purpose. So if you lose all of your attachments, what do you have?
Some may argue an empty vessel or a full vessel.
Exactly.
Depending on how you see it.
And if you can lose all of your attachments
And be comfortable.
then you're winning. You're winning, because then everything after that is a bonus. It's not to say you can't have these goals. It's not to say you can't love your family and be attached to these people, but you make a choice to be attached to these things where you can detach yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then you're not a slave to it.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to make decisions ruled by it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
And that's what my uncle was showing me, and it was like, that is a fact. So I had the whole plan, and I was like, yeah, well, maybe not. Like, let's be happy. Let's just be happy. Do you know what I'm saying? And when I came out, because the other thing he said to me in that was like, I believe you're gonna affect the world, but you don't know how you're gonna do that. So stop trying to control how you do that, because you don't know how you're gonna do it. It might be like just by you affecting those around you. It might be by you opening your mind. It might be in a village in Venezuela. You don't know, innit? But right now you're trying to control it. So stop trying to control it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
And it was like, for real. So I just let go. Just let go. So it's like,
Was that easy for you?
I felt like it was the purpose of why everything had happened to me.
Right, okay.
So it doesn't make it easy, but I felt like it was the purpose of why man can do one random move for the first time in his life, only criminal activity, end up in Belmarsh as a result, and with a tainted reputation, all of that stuff.
Yes.
So this has to be the reason why, innit? What's the reason why you ended up here? Because you could have done this and you could have not gone jail. Do you know what I'm saying? So what's the reason why you've ended up here? And I felt like that was the whole purpose of it, to learn that I need to detach myself from all of this stuff. So I came out with that, like, I'm just happy to be. I'm happy to be without having to be the identity of Nathan, who's the singer. Nathan, who's has that role in the family. Nathan, who's this, who's that, all of that stuff. And just be, innit? Nathan, who's the one that's always doing music, who's always in America. And then just be. So when I became happy with that, and also not knowing what my path is and being okay with that, then opportunities come. Like every couple different things happen. So opportunities that would have never taken before, then I start to take those opportunities and that.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What type of opportunity are you talking about?
So after a while, I went into I had a opportunity to go into like sales and consultancy, sales. And
Okay.
That, yeah. And it was something that, like, I was originally trying to just go do a little driving job. And then I went like the people they were like, have you ever done like sales? You've got really good people skills, and you know, you're a good orator, and also you seem like you can sell. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I'll try it. Do you know what I mean? And from there, started doing sales and consultancy. Got really good at that. It put me in a mad position where I was able to, after a while, fund doing music, branched out. Now I'm part of like, I got the different companies that I'm involved in, hospitality, luxury concierge, all of that. Like, bro, like, so, and excelling, but those are paths that I would have never, because I was trying to control my path so much. Like, I would have never even, but then what it does, it also, in a roundabout way, this is why The Alchemist was so important. It can also lead you back to where you're making music, like.
And just side note, 2 more books.
2 more books, Power of Now.
Right.
I don't want to say,
What are you going to say? 50 Lost Files?
I was going to say that, but no, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay. So talking about the full circle, so what are you saying then? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back, but we're not back. Like, we've evolved.
Right, explain the evolving. So are we back on your terms now? I'll do music when I want or what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a place of making music for the joy of music. Obviously, I want to make bangers. I want to be successful. I feel like I'm probably more ambitious now than I ever have been.
Okay.
But not in a way that I need to control the path.
Right.
I'm just happy to...
Just do it.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Like, kind of takes you back full circles of why you done, I guess,
in the first place.
100%.
Yeah. 100%. So I think that music is still a job. It is still a job, like, in terms of, it's just something that I love doing. I couldn't not do it if I wanted to. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I love music. I'll always do music.
Yeah.
I love creating. I love performing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm in a great space, but I have been for an extended period of time, for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't needed to. I'm just happy that, like, my happiness isn't tied to any of those things.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy regardless, which is great.
Can we talk about the 20 years of Coming to My Room?
20-year anniversary.
You did an event in London.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for the
invite. Thank you for coming.
I was there. I actually went by myself. Like, I don't really go places, but I just went by myself.
Yeah.
As just a grown up. Big up to Colin Francis, you know. I see Colin in there. Show me so much love, man. Thank you, brother,
Colin
man.
Francis, a G.
Like,
Big up Colin Francis.
Colin was such a nice gentleman. He said, I'm a big fan of your show, Shiz. Come on, I want to jump on and all that. But I was with Colin. But we was there for most of the night, and I really deeped how much love people have for you. It was such a grown thing in there. It was just really, really cool. The venue was really nice, and just like,
shout out Stereo, great venue.
Kind of props to you, bruv. Like, how was that just kind of coming out and headlining? I guess it's a headline show. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing your own thing, and it was on a weekday, a school night, and it's like, it was packed, bruv. And I'm thinking, okay. Yeah. So that must be lovely, bro. People are coming out for you.
Yeah.
You know
it was really good. It was really great. As a full circle moment. It was mad. There was a moment where I even got emotional on stage because it was mad. Like, it was really good.
Yeah. You didn't do Hangover though, but it's cool, fam.
I didn't do Hangover.
Let it slide, man.
That's
Sitting
true,
there like
that's
any
true.
minute now he's gonna bust my thing. You get
That's
me?
actually true.
And he's so well. I'm thinking,
that's so mad.
I'm thinking, hold
do you know
on,
what? I need to put that song back in the
I was
set.
waiting, bro. You have to. You
That's
crazy,
so
bro.
That's so
I was
true.
sitting there like, okay, any minute now, my thing.
That's so true.
But but it must have been lovely to see, man.
It was, man. Like, it's so funny because imagine 20 years, and it's more than 20 years because the song was released in 2005, but as I was saying before, it was 2004 where it was really popping. So it's over 21 years old because we recorded it, I believe, in early 2004 or late 2003. Yeah. So the song's been around for a really long time, and it was more of it was just a celebration of everything that, like, the journey, man. Yeah, like the journey, bro. Like as I said, my manager was there, like, big him up, and my mum was there, but all my family was there, bare like industry peeps were there. It was a really good moment, and it was a good look.
And it's kind of like you're back out here. This will go out afterwards, but you've got a show with Maya and like you. It would seem like you're back
Oh,
out here, bro.
no, we're back. No, listen, what
And
it is.
It's like, wow.
No, where we're at now, we're about to release a wealth of new music. I've got bare new music.
Right.
So with what we did was the 20th anniversary of Coming to My Room, did the remix, chopped it up again, reproduced it myself, used the Vybz Kartel, re-recorded the vocal myself as well.
Yeah.
And then just put that out. That's the jump off point. And then from there we're bouncing, bro. I'm very excited about really sharing the new music. Very excited.
So what can we expect? Album, singles? A lot of people say it's like a singles world now in regards to just people don't consume albums. I mean, how do you feel? What is it?
I'm still very old school. I still want to do like a video for every song, but I've just shot a video the other. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But like,
how much was the video?
I'm still very. No, I'm not gonna. Okay.
You don't need to pay that fees now, bro.
It's
You get
true.
me?
But so
I got the cameras here, cuz.
for real,
Yeah.
for real, yeah, you got your thing.
Yeah.
But what I've realized is, I'm still very old school. I still want to approach it in the way where I respect the craft and the art and its song and its visuals and so on and so forth. Even though the industry's moved on so much where people just need content. People just need short form content.
Yeah.
Everything is like a lot more, quickly microwavable and 6 seconds if you can put it on a reel.
How is that for you when you see that?
It's calm. It's calm. I just feel like I'm still very tied to the essence of like artistry though.
Yeah.
But I think the artistry has evolved. Like if you can turn 6 seconds into art, then you're winning. Do you know what I'm saying? My thing is, before, I just want people to know me. I want on my social media, which I'm beginning to do now. I've just
You're heavily quiet on that, bro. I'm
know.
not gonna lie. I'm looking at it like, well, man doesn't. I
worry.
get it. I get the elusiveness. I can
No,
mess
don't
with
worry.
it.
That's gonna
I
change.
ain't worried. I'm
I've
just
started.
saying.
No, I just started.
Activity
I
is
don't know
not
if
really
you-
there.
Listen, which
is fine.
No, it's not.
I respect it in one way, but
No. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm
That whole thing's gonna change. I've started. I'm just working out the content game, and I realized it's a full-time job. But I'm on it. I'm gonna do it. Like you can see, if you go in there now, you'll see content that I've started creating, and I'm gonna get better and better. But what it is, I've realized that that's a full-time job, and what I want to do is for people to know me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people to know every aspect of my personality. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to share that. And it's just about how you package that. So I'm gonna be doing that as well as releasing bangers.
So album coming.
Album coming. I'm not necessarily fixated on saying I'm creating an album right now. I've got a lot of songs, so maybe an EP
Do you
and
want to
then
tell
an
us
album.
1 or 2 titles, or we getting something here?
Oh,
Or you just keep.
there's one that I'm really excited about called No Safety.
Okay.
No Safety.
Okay.
And that one's definitely dropping.
Okay. And
So-
then features and stuff. Anyone you've been working with that you want to tell us, or we?
That me can't say.
Me can't say.
No, we're not say that.
Yeah.
But
Because I know, a lot of the industry always respect you, bruv. So
I
I know,
appreciate it. No, I mean, yeah, there's definitely.
I fucking hope they're answering them phone calls, bruv.
They are.
Fronting,
I'll say they are. I had some very interesting conversations today as well.
Okay.
So yeah, man. There's fun to be had. I'm looking forward to it.
And then where's O? Is the O part of this journey now, or?
No, we're still cool. Like,
love that.
And we speak every day, and obviously, even with like Coming to My Room, he's still the label on that basically. So we're coordinating the campaign on this and all of that stuff as well. So I think the door's always there and always open because we speak like every week.
So you're back outside.
We are outside.
Yeah. All right. I just want to ask you some quick fire questions and we're done. You get me? I'm not going to go into the depth of the other questions because how long has this been? 3 hours.
Fucking hell, has it?
You get me?
Jeez.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's mad.
Actually, let's do the AIs. How long we got on there? Not long. 15 minutes. All right, quick ones, yeah?
Yeah.
This is AI has got questions for you.
Okay.
Some of them can be quite harsh,
Yeah.
but I just told them to ask you questions, okay?
Yeah.
If we've covered it, we've covered it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need to be mindful of the time.
Yeah.
I'll read it word for word, and I haven't actually read all of them. I read some and I thought, hold on, this is a bit... Did you fake your R&B image to sell records in a scene that was never really checking for UK R&B?
That's a good question, you know.
Really? I thought that was a stupid question. but go
No.
on.
I think.
It's taking the piss, bro.
No. Do you know what it is? That's a good question because as an R&B artist, you do have to have an R&B image.
Right.
And I didn't want that. That's part of the Starboy thing. I'll give you an example. Like, I wanted to wear Arsenal tops on stage, and my manager was like, bro, like, London is tribal, England is tribal. You're gonna have people that don't like you because you're. And I was like, nah, I'd rather be myself. Like, my energy isn't necessarily always an R&B energy. It's just outside energy, innit?
Yeah.
And I wanted to just be me. So that there was times where I just had to do that R&B aspect, and that I'm definitely not doing that no more. But anyway.
Why do you think your career never hit the levels of artists like Craig David or Jay Sean? Talent or timing?
I wouldn't just say timing. I wouldn't say timing. My personally opinion is definitely not talent either. I do think that we covered it because it was
if you covered it, just
no, it's cool. I would say that it was just that pressing of that button by the people that needed to press that button.
This question is a bit stupid, or so anyway. You supported JLS and N-Dubs. Did you ever feel like you were the token black act thrown in for the balance? No, because
No, I didn't feel like I was the token black act. We kind of placed ourselves there.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
how many times were you told to change your sound or style to fit the urban box, and did you cave in? I think we covered that with you.
I think so. The one time I don't think I ever changed my sound.
Yeah.
I was just leaning towards certain things.
Was your X Factor audition a desperate attempt to stay relevant after the scene moved on from you?
No, I think it was put it this way, if it was an attempt to stay relevant, I was never relevant. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because what I was trying to gain from X Factor, I had never had. So it's not like I was trying to get back to somewhere that I had been before. I was trying to get something that I had never had. Even when Coming to My Room was at its height, as I said, that was number 37 in the charts. So where people was looking at me like, oh, you're trying to get back relevant. No, I'm trying to reach somewhere I've never reached before. So.
See, look, this is interesting because this is AI. This is saying what made a successful artist like you get caught up in scamming pensioners? Was it greed or desperation? So that goes back to how the story,
how it was perceived, and
how it lands on you, which is mad. You were sentenced for phone fraud. Were you the mastermind of the fall guy? We've covered that. Was it phone fraud?
I don't really still know all of the.
Okay.
But I'm chatting shit. They were calling people, and they was like.
AI, you know.
Yeah.
How did prison change you, or are you still the same Starboy? Starboy, yeah. Well,
that's a good one. It's funny. One of my closest friends, his name's Miles, and he said to me, I remember he saying to me, he goes, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I was scared for you still, because you're you, yeah. And I'm very bubbly, I'm very optimistic, and I'm very positive. And he said, I thought it was gonna change you, innit? Like I thought your essence would.
Right,
change.
and it hasn't.
And my essence is the same, but how it did change me was what we just discussed in terms of what I learned, and in terms of detaching yourself from certain outcomes, and yeah.
Have you apologized personally to any of the victims, or is the remorse only for cameras? Raw, this thing's mad.
That's peak. I mean, yeah. So there was only one victim in terms of in my case. And I apologize personally to her, definitely.
How broke were you before the fraud case where we've spoken about that? Let's leave that one.
Yeah.
How many other UK artists do you think are secretly living fake lifestyles to look successful? It's part of an image, isn't it, I suppose?
Most.
Yeah. You had a hit with Flo Rida. How much did you make from that tune? Be honest. Raw. This thing wants the tea, bro.
I would say that it wasn't a hit.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you regret choosing music over a more stable career, or was the dream worth it?
Yeah, no, I never regret choosing music. I love what I do. Like I love making music. I love artistry. I also obviously did acting as well. Like so, because my mom's an actress and a drama teacher. So I love the arts. And I always will.
Yeah. Did chasing fame mess with your mental health more than jail did? That's a good one.
Yeah, I think because jail wasn't it wasn't as mentally. I'm not gonna say it wasn't mentally challenging because it definitely was. But I think when I did the work on what my decision making was like, to get to the position that I was in, that was the positive that I took out of the whole situation. Like raw, how I was answering, how I was looking at things in life. My outlook, I guess, was mentally, I wouldn't say unstable or unhealthy, but sometimes people go through life and they're just on autopilot and they don't realize the way that they're looking at situations is very damaging.
How many fake friends did you have around you when you were hot, and how many were still around when you got sentenced?
I've always had a very good circle.
Yeah.
So I don't think I had any fake friends. The clingers on, they were never really close.
Yeah. Have you ever considered that the industry just wasn't built for artists like you to win long term? That's a deep, you know what I mean? Look how AI even knows, you get me? That the brother's been trying, you get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that the industry has also changed now. Like we were talking about people like Ryan Leslie, who's one of my inspirations as well, how they've changed the game. So now my thing is, it doesn't have to, it's really about being sustainable and serving the people that want to see you. Trying to expand that, obviously, but now it's not about, you don't really need mainstream, do you know what I'm saying, to be successful and to be sustainable.
AI even knows. You was called yourself Starboy. Was that before or after The Weeknd made it cool? Well, we know that it's before, you get me? But you see, you see that?
Yeah.
If you could erase the fraud conviction but also erase your music career, which would you choose? Legacy or freedom?
That's a good question. Nah, I would have everything I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm very happy about where I am right now. As I said, the lesson that I learned as a result, and also being able to, because you also got to remember, yeah, what I was chasing, or what, as you said, numbers ain't the same as cultural impact.
Yeah, it's not.
To this day, I've got people that like talk about the way the music I released
impacted them.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
And artists that I've inspired as a result of doing what I was doing. So I'd definitely take the life I've had and the career that I've had right now with all the ups and downs.
Do you think the UK music scene blackballed you, or did you self-sabotage?
That's a good one as well. Big up AI.
AI is deep, you know, bro.
Both.
Do you think the UK music scene blackballed you, or did you self-sabotage?
No, I think a bit of both, but I think it's more, I don't see the UK scene, I wouldn't consider it a black ball, as I said. I just think in terms of pushing the button to mainstream, only certain people get let through that gate at different times for certain reasons. And that definitely, I didn't get that.
Your mum is Lorna G, a respected reggae artist. How did it feel dragging the family name into scandal?
Bro, my mom didn't see it like that. She was like, and just so you lot know, big up my mom, Lorna G. She's got a one woman show that chronicles like her life story. So when you see her life story, then you'll know what that is.
And watch out for the tune Nathan with Lorna G. You get me?
Definitely.
Music video.
Definitely.
You get me? Do
Definitely.
that. Last question and then a quick fire. What's worse, being irrelevant in music or being remembered for a fraud instead of talent? Sorry, this is very raw questions, bro.
It's cool. I don't feel like I'm...
No, bro. This taking the piss, bro.
No, I mean, listen. I don't think any of those things are true.
Okay, yeah, fuck that.
Like,
I actually think it's a rude question, so
no, but it's calm though. Sometimes you gotta go out of your comfort zone, bro.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't.
It's not a question.
In terms of,
bro, if you get me. So.
In terms of like, yeah, as I said, that there's so many people that tell me how relevant the impact I made was.
And hats off to you to just be so open. You know, I rate that, bro.
No, I appreciate.
I gotta say that. I have to say that because you are very open and you're happy to talk about things. It doesn't seem to be bothering you nothing. What is the time thing? 5 minutes out. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the point. As I said, that's what it taught me. But before, I was very considerate of image. And that whole situation that I went to was like, it was a catalyst to kind of shed all of that. So now it's like, bro,
It must
like,
be so nice to shed it, man.
bro, it was freedom.
And you know what? Sorry to interrupt. I can see you shed it as well. You're not even chatting shit. I don't believe you're chatting shit.
Let's go.
I swear to you.
Yes.
That's the maddest thing, bro.
That's real.
Like,
That's real.
I'm looking in his eyes and I believe him, bro.
No,
Like, he doesn't care. And I fucking love that.
It's real. It's
you
real.
Shed that shit, bro.
That is freedom. And I realized that I wasn't free. I was a
mad.
slave to my ego. I was a slave to these attachments to wanting to do certain things a certain way, wanting to achieve it a certain way. And I was even unaware that I was a slave to those things. I was completely unaware that that was what was happening. So that situation and going jail brought it to my awareness. Because when it happened, it's like, I'm thinking like, raw, like, why the hell how did it go like this? Yeah. So I had to really think about how I got there. So then it began that journey of me becoming aware of how I was even thinking. So when it's like, oh, raw, I am really attached to how people view me. I'm really attached to having to uphold this Nathan image. So it's like, oh no, fuck all that. Like, and then God shed it for me. Like he showed, yeah. So now you're known for something else. Now you couldn't even have that if you tried now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah, that's obviously the lesson that you want me to learn, not to need any of that. So it's been a lot of years of not needing that. So that's why, like, this is light.
Right. One word answers now for quick fire. Fame or fortune?
Fortune.
Prison or being broke and unforgotten? And forgotten?
The second one.
UK scene, underrated or overhyped?
Underrated, definitely.
Who's faker, the labels or the influencers?
Oof. I'm not sure.
Swerve in that? No worries.
Yeah, swerve.
Would you rather chart again or erase your conviction?
What do you mean chart again or that? Sorry.
It says it there. Would you rather chart again or erase your conviction?
Chart again, obviously, then.
Yeah, that's true. X Factor, exposure or embarrassment?
Oh, wait. Sorry. We got to go back. I know it's quick, but they're saying to erase your conviction
To
or
chart again. Yeah, I guess so.
And that, no. Now I understand the question. I would probably chart again. Probably.
Oh, well, I know. Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, it took me a long time, you know, because if you erase your conviction, but
do
you know what it is? As I said, like, yeah, what you go through is what you go through, bro. I'd more rather go through everything that I've gone through, be here to tell the story, and then make a success in some way.
X Factor, exposure or embarrassment?
Was it exposure or was it embarrassment?
I don't know. It's just saying exposure or embarrassment. So we leave it.
Embarrassment, I guess.
Okay. London or Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Is R&B dead in the UK?
Nope. It's welly alive. And you're going to see tonight, I see all today. And all tonight as well. I got to see that. Tonight too.
More love from the fans or the industry? Well, that would be fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most two-faced person in the music game?
Ooh. And like an actual person?
If you want, you can swerve it. You have to name names.
No.
Okay, who's the GOAT of UK RnB?
Me.
Lie to the public or lie to yourself?
Lie to myself quite clearly.
Who owes you an apology?
Who owes me an apology? Woo!
V2 motherfuckers.
Oh yeah. Nah, man. Nah, no one don't owe me nothing.
Right.
No one don't owe me nothing.
Have you ever sold a fake dream to a girl?
What? Yes.
One thing you hate about the UK music scene?
Ooh, that everybody thinks that is only one at a time. Crabs in a bucket.
Is your legacy ruined?
Nah.
What's more addictive, music or attention?
Music.
Do you blame
me, anyway.
Do you blame yourself or the system?
Always blame yourself.
Have you ever slept with a fan?
Yes.
If you died tomorrow, what would the headline say?
I'm done with that. If I died tomorrow, what would the headline say? Meh.
Last point. I feel like the UK doesn't give you the flowers that you deserve. I feel like you did a lot of stuff in America that perhaps has gone under the radar. So I think it's amazing that we highlight that. You know, artists really going there, working with all these people. Some people have an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So I think it's really great that we can actually talk about this and really deep.
Big up your
really
chest.
deep your contribution of what you've done. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
Is there any final thing you'd like to say?
No, man, a pleasure for having me, man.
No,
and
no.
do you know the best thing? The best thing that you could have said is that you can see where I'm at.
I can 100% see
that
it.
for me is, to me, honestly, like, that is it, because it's just the truth, innit, of where man's at and what man.
And I think it comes with age as well, because we're probably similar age, and I kind of feel like you feel. I don't give a fuck. I don't. When you're there, you're trying to be that person, and I get it. You're young or whatever, and I feel like when you come full circle, it's actually a wonderful feeling. Do you know what I mean? When you can actually shed that shit off.
Definitely.
'Cause ultimately, does it matter?
No. If you can, that's my advice to anybody. That's what I will say. If you could ever be in a position and you're young and you're able to not attach yourself to what people think of you, which is almost impossible with social media and all that stuff. But if you can be in a place where you really just don't give a fuck, you're really out for your happiness and trying to fulfill yourself and not attached to these outwardly things and external things. If you do that, you will win in life. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Starboy Nathan, I'd like to say thank you for your time. It's been epic. You are a legend. You are
Thank
a
you,
UK GOAT, sir.
I appreciate it.
I
man.
really do mean that. It's
Thank
been
you, my
really
bro.
great. We've been talking for a long time. Thank you
Yes.
for finally coming. Long may it continue. I'm here for the music. We're here for it
Yes.
all. Trust me, you got people that love you. You got a fan base.
I
I've seen it with my
appreciate
own
you,
eyes.
Yeah, man.
Just cater. You know what I mean? They're there.
Give thanks.
And
Thank
they're
Jah.
gonna lift you up. And you get me.
Yeah, man.
Love and respect your family. So
Love
come
and
on, we
blessing,
out.
bro.
Peace.
Peace.